Right, and as for today, we'll be doing our next assessment, all right, which is job interview and also the reading quiz. So I do believe that all of you have already conducted the reading practice, right? That we have already uploaded on your e-learning before. Okay, so don't worry, reading practice will not be counted as your final mark, all right, because you will be having the actual reading test today. Okay, and by right, I'll be also uploading the listening, okay, listening practice, all right, which will help you to practice on your listening assessment, because on our final meeting, all right, final class, we'll be doing a listening quiz as well, all right, listening quiz as well. So as for today, we'll be doing job interview, which is 15% of your ongoing marks, okay, 15, 1 5, and then your reading quiz, which is 20%, 20, right, of your ongoing assessment as well. Okay. All right. Before we go through all of the assessment, all right, I would like to remind you that for the job interview assessment, all right, it will be done in a group of three. So since I think not much of you have already formed your own group, so I'll be going by the list that I've already downloaded. Where's the list? All right, I'll be going by the list. All right, okay, and then number one, two, and three will be in the same group. Okay, so for example, number one, Mr. Fauzi. I think Mr. Fauzi is not with us because he texted me saying that he went for Umrah. All right. Oh no, 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 not Mr. Fauzi went for Umrah. Is it? I'm not sure. Mr. Fauzi and Madam Shamila, I think they got event with their not an event, their department sports event, I think, something like that. All right, okay. All right, so that will leave us with only 27, okay. 27, and it will be divided with a group of three. Don't worry, okay. If you are not having enough members, at least you will be in pairs, okay. So we're gonna begin with number two, which is Mr. Muhammad Firdaus, Mr. Rama, and also Mr. Ramdan. All right. So I'll be going by the name list. So if you got your name on top, meaning that you will be going first. And the one which is sitting at the bottom of the list, which are Mr. Sinawati, Mr. Daing, and Ms. Nina Arena will be at the final, will be the last one being interviewed. Okay. So this will be a very interactive session. And not to say that you can interrupt, no. All right. But all of you will be watching your friends presenting. Okay, all of you will be watching your friends presenting. And while you are presenting, please, no, while you are being interviewed, all right, so please, the three of you, open up your camera and also your microphone. Okay, this will be like a job interview session. Okay, so I've already given you prior to today's session some of the questions that might be asked and also how to cater or answer them. We'll be going through that as well, okay, together, so that you will have a brief idea of how you will interact, all right, in all of this session. Okay. And at the final 1 hour of the session, which is at 5:30, I'll be leaving you to do your reading quiz. All right. So reading quiz must be done, all right, in class, okay, and must be submitted sharp at 6:30. All right, sharp at 6:30. Same goes to listening quiz that will be done next week as well. Okay. So as for today, we're gonna go through a few materials. All right. Some just small materials on mass media and things. All right, and then I'm gonna do a bit of briefing on your project paper. All right, your project paper, which will be submitted in our next class. Our next class will be on, if I'm not mistaken, 16 or 16 of April. That is in 3 weeks' time. All right, the final submission of your report and also your presentation. All right, so the report must be presented and also submitted. Okay. Since we are only having about 30 of us, which is 29, all right, so the coordinator and also PACE has requested that the group project presentation to be done in class. So we will not be, you will not be recording the session on your own and then submitting just the YouTube link. No, that one will also be done or conducted in class in our final session on the 16th of April. Okay. All right. So you will just have to prepare your report and then submit your report on that date as well. And also on that particular day as well, you will be presenting your report with your group members. I have already told you before that you need to come up with group members of 5 people, right? 4 to 5 is okay. All right, it's up to you. Okay, all right, and then that's about it, I think. Okay, so let's start off with the first session, the first lesson. Okay, all right, yes, 27. Okay, all right, I'll be sharing my screen. Wait, yeah. All right, is my screen visible? Can you see my screen?
Can.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So this is the layout of your, you call that, online learning, based online learning. All right. So today we'll be doing on something on news and the media. All right. And later on, okay, you will have to do your reading test at the end of this class at 5:30, 1 hour before the class ends. I'm gonna leave you. All right. I'm gonna ask you to do the class. You cannot leave the session. All right. You will have to do the reading test in class. All right. Bear in mind, just like what you have done in English 1 and also English 2, all right, the reading test, all right, the answers, all right, might be very rigid, meaning that, all right, some of the answers, when you answer them, all right, the system might not catch the answer. Don't worry about that because I will be manually checking your answers back. All right, just like what you have done in your reading practice before this, all right, when you finally know your marks and the answers that you have given, all right, some of the answers are actually true, are actually logical in terms of the question, but unfortunately, the system mark it as wrong. Okay, this is because a rigid system, when you key in the answer key, all right, when you key in the answer key, let's say if you are running out of one word or no dots or wrong spelling or something like that, the system will detect the error and it will straight away cross your marks. Right? Don't worry for your actual reading test and also listening test, actual listening test. I will go through each and one of your answers again so that I can make correction and also award you marks if the answer that you have given is related and also correct. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. All right, okay, same goes to your listening practice. Just go through your listening practice and don't worry if you think that this is the right answer, but why is the system marking me as wrong? Right, because the system, like I said before this, all right, they are man-made, they are very rigid. Whatever we told them to do, they will do it 100% correctly. All right, so it doesn't give rooms for people to do human error, or it doesn't give room for tolerance, or it doesn't give room for people to consider any form of answer which is related. So don't worry. Again, I'm going to go through your answer scheme and also mark them manually. All right, thank you for that one. Okay, so all right, I have already shared to you, okay, material on Unit 5, which is news and the media. Have you read this one, guys? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, have you read this one?
Yes, sir, but not finished yet.
Not finished yet. All right. What about we go through this together? Okay. So we'll be doing Unit 5, which is news and the media. All right. So social media is advantages in communication. All right. Meaning that, all right, we are using social media widely and they can be very beneficial towards us. They can give us good advantages, good points, and also beneficial in terms of our daily life of interaction and also communication. All right. So social media and social networking seems to play. All right, somebody's testing. Okay. Sorry. Maybe your group member haven't checked into our Webex session yet. Oh, nothing. Okay. All right. Social media and social networking seems to play an imperative part of people's life around the world. So there are some who debate whether it is improving or worsening communication skills. All right. Nowadays, we know that we are all social media and social networking is all over the place. All right. We have them on our laptops, on our desktops, on our phones. All right. Even our smart TVs cannot be installed with social media application as well. Okay. So we know that some people say that it is very good for communication. Some people also mention that it is very bad, all right, in terms of they are worsening our communication skills. So I strongly agree that sitting behind a computer, communicating with cyber friends can be easy and fun for two reasons. Okay, number one, all right, it has such great impact and it is also an up-to-date trend. All right. So what kind of impact are we talking about? All right, when you are communicating with your cyber friends, all right, what are the impact that you think which is very positive? Anyone would like to try? Any volunteers? Communicating online via social media. What would be the benefit of doing that? Any takers? Come on, come on.
We know the latest news about the world.
You are right. You will know the latest news about the world, of course. Okay, thank you very much. All right. And when we talk about up to date trend, all right, what is it about social media which is very up to date? All right, why do you think that social media is very up to date? All right, if you ask me personally, what are the social media that I have? I only have Facebook, Instagram. I think that's it. I don't have Twitter. I don't have Link. I don't have any sorts of things that you are having right now. Maybe I don't have them. What about you?
You
Anyone
should try.
on
You
Twitter?
should try TikTok, sir.
Oh no. Look at my face. All right. I'm not a face that can suit TikTok, you know. This face doesn't go well with TikTok. This face doesn't go well with TikTok. If you I mean, I do believe that if you want to go into TikTok, you need to be, I mean, number one, good looking.
It's
Good
not
looking,
important, sir.
and
No need,
that's
sir.
not important.
It's
Dying
not
also can.
important. The content.
Yeah, the content, sir.
All right. Okay. Sometimes people are posting their TikTok videos on Facebook as well, right? Okay. I came across this one TikTok videos, all right, of, I think, I assume this is a wife, all right. This is a grieving wife, all right, a wife which is in sadness, looking at a bottle, all right, a bottle. It is actually a not 100 plus. What is it? I think a 7 up bottle or something like that. But then the content is not white. The content is more of a thick kind of green, all right, a green which is very green, that looks like, what you call that, apa tu, air ketum lah, looks like air ketum actually. And then assuming that this is a wife, say, putting there a very sad song, and then putting caption, terjumpa ini dalam peti sejuk, semoga suamiku berubah, and then with a very sad emoticon, something like that. I putting that on social media, all right, where everybody can watch, all right, and then you are as if telling the world that this is the wrongdoing or bad doing of my husband. Everybody take a look at my husband. He's Ricky Ketum, all right. And I don't know, you are like inviting everybody not just to feel pity about you, but they will also bash you and say bad things about you and also your husband and things like that. You know, sometimes people like to post videos of um, like flashing your jewelries and things, because and things like that. I mean, some of you are police officers, and I do think that this is quite an eye-opening, because people out there, they can see where you live, all right, what are the things that you are wearing, what are the how much money that you are having, what are the cars that you are driving. It's very inviting. It is very inviting, since we don't have PKP anything else right now. There are a lot of crime happening, and this is one of the way that is very inviting for people to come and take advantage of whatever it is that we are having, because we are intentionally flashing it over social media. But that is just my personal opinion. All right, because we know that we use social media to share our happiness, to show positive vibes and things like that online, so that people will know that, hey, there are still good people in this world. Hey, there are still happy family in this world. There are still people who are doing well in terms of financially doing well in this world. But I think everything that we are doing, I mean, every religion also mentioned that we need to do things moderately, right? We need to do things moderately. Okay, enough with TikTok and everything. Okay. All right. However, it can weaken a person's verbal communication skill, such as to children, and addiction can cause addiction. Okay. Hence, this essay focus on both the positive and negative impact on communication through social media, and how social media and networking strengthen and weakens communication. So right now we are looking at the two sides of social media, all right, in terms of communication, which is strengthening the communication and also weakening the communication. Okay. Have you ever encountered with, I think your friend, let's say your friend, have you ever have encountered a friend which is very outspoken, very loud, show a lot of things online, But then when they are face to face, they are very intimate, they are very shy, they don't like to talk too much. Have you encountered that kind of friend? Anyone? Anyone would like to share this experience? Ada tak kawan-kawan macam tu? On the social media ni very outspoken. This and that, this is very wrong. Government, this is very wrong, this is not. And then when you came face to face, got nothing to say. Have you ever encountered with that experience? Anyone?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Can you share us your experience? This friend of yours.
Yeah. In alamak, depan mata kita senyap ya, tapi bila dekat dalam social media dia lah yang paling hebat sekali.
All right. Yes. Very true. Okay. So this shows that communicating online, all right, you can be whatever it is you want to be. All right. You can be very outspoken. You can say anything you want to say because nobody is in front of you. All right. But then, all right, indirectly, actually, everyone is in front of you because it is being broadcasted all over the world. Okay, whoever is following you or whoever is watching your account or things like that, they will see that one. They will see that posting. They will know whatever it is that you are saying. All right, I'm not going to say that you cannot say anything on social media because we have rules, we have regulations, we have laws, or we are restricting freedom of speech. I think no, not like that. All right, we do have freedom of speech. All right, in Malaysia, we do practice freedom of speech, but there are certain things that cannot be touched. For example, about the laws, about royalties and things like that. All right, because these things are being regulated since the beginning of I don't know. It's not like since the beginning of time, but since the enforcement, all right, of law in our country. All right, okay. All right, and next we're gonna go to the second paragraph. Firstly, the internet has a greater impact on people today than ever before. All right, it has been a continual source of news. We have been reading news, all right, entertainment, all right, and we also are practicing education through social media, all right, for users around the world for more than 20 years. All right, however, the most innovative of its technologies, social media did not achieve mainstream popularity about 10 years ago. All right. I think all of you, most of us were in the generation of, uh, first we were introduced with, what you call that, chat room. All right, chat room. We go to cyber cafe, we have chat rooms, kampung chat, RMIC and things like that. All right. And then we were introduced to Friendster. All right. And then what we have doing Friendster, alamak, what's the name? Forgot. The same medium like Friendster, but then we can like decorate the whole page. MySpace, yes. Thank you. Right, then we have MySpace. But then actually during the time when MySpace and Friendster was introduced, there was also Facebook. But then Facebook was not actually a popular mainstream kind of social media at that time because we cannot decorate our Facebook page. We cannot do much, all right? Not much button can be done, not much postings can be done. All right. So some of the people when they take a look at the Facebook page and some maybe they're gonna translate it into Malay Facebook, right? Buka buku, right? Is it a page for you to look for books or things like that? All right. No, it's actually a social networking site which is about to come and overtake Friendster and also MySpace. All right. I'm not sure whether we still have Friendster and MySpace nowadays. I don't think so. All right. Same goes with texting, phone texting. So before this, we were in the generation whereby one text will cost you 10 cents. All right. A text from Celcom to Maxis will cost you 20 cents. All right. Okay. And then we were introduced to special rates, 1 cent only from 12 a.m. until 12 p.m. For example, free calls, 12 a.m. until 12 a.m. There was a time where I would buy what you call that. I forget the name. All right. And then we're going to talk to our girlfriend or boyfriend from 12 midnight until tomorrow early in the morning. And then it will be cut because it was very free 24 I not 24 hours, I think 12 hours of free of charge kind of phone calls and also texting. And then we got the BlackBerry phone coming in, all right, whereby BlackBerry promoted BBM, all right, BlackBerry Mail, BBM. So everywhere you go, all right, can I ask for your BBM pin? Can I ask for your BBM pin and things like that? all right, and then along the way came not Facebook, sorry, WhatsApp, right? So it can be used in BlackBerry, it can be used in iPhone, it can be used in any form of smartphones that we have until now, all right. And then now we do have a Telegram, all right, Telegram, which we can share more larger kind of mediated kind of document, let's say pictures and videos and everything can be shared through Telegram. Is there any other application that we are using in phones right now that I am not aware of other than Telegram and WhatsApp? Anyone? Have any idea?
WeChat.
WeChat. Oh, okay, WeChat. WeChat was still back then when I don't know when I was still during my undergraduate, right? That we were introduced with WeChat, and the first features that we love so much about WeChat is you shake the phone, right, and then you will get a pairing with somebody who is also shaking the phone, right? Am I right? I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, right, that was the first features that is very amusing. All right, and then you shake, and then somebody shake as well. All right, and then got a matching pair.
Tinder very famous.
Tinder. All right, Tinder, Swindler, and those kind of things is quite hanky panky.
Ome.
Sorry. Oh, okay. Those things is a bit of a, I don't know. They are more of you looking for dates and things like that. This more of you. I mean, sometimes we do have some of my friends. They are using Tinder and things to look for scandals and things like that. I'm not sure what they are doing with that. All right, but most of the time we'll be using WhatsApp and also Telegram in our phone, which is very secure. All right, and also very common, very mainstream. All right, in our daily life of communication. Okay. All right, where were we right now? Okay, 20. Okay, Facebook, Twitter, and similar services are becoming the most visited destination on the internet. So this website, they allow users to quickly and easily share pictures, links, ideas, and messages with other users. So theoretically, facilitating social interaction. So these services through a combination of accessibility, all right, they are very accessible, they are very simple, all right, and they are very intuitive. All right, design promote positive social behavior by encouraging interaction among friends, relatives, and co-workers, facilitating communication between individuals, and fostering a profound sense of community. All right, some of the good advantages of having this social media, all right, social network kind of things on our phones, on our laptops and things like that is it is actually broadening, all right, or widening our circle of friends, our circle of not to say circle of relative, but we do have relative living 100 and 1,000 miles away from us. So this is one of the best way for us to communicate and keep in touch. All right, not just with friends and relatives, but also our co-workers. All right. So right now we have remote office. All right, whereby sometimes you don't have to go to your actual physical office. You are working at home. You are working in Malaysia. You can work in Singapore. You can work Brunei. You can work in Vietnam. You can work in the US. Anywhere in the world. Right? Due to having social media and also platform like this, all right, Webex, Zoom, Google Meet, and things like that, you can still facilitate, do your work, share your work, let's say in Google Drive, all right, and also share your ideas through this kind of platform, all right. Secondly, social media is a rising trend in the world today. Right, not just today. I mean, it was back then. All right, it will always be. All right, it will always be a very, a rising trend. All right, among not just teenagers but also among us. All right, we can call ourselves adults already. All right, and also the golden age people and also kids nowadays, all right, they are also having their own social media platform, but they are very limited, all right, in terms of observation and also parental control. Okay, communication skills are exemplified by use of social media networking. So social media networking allows for a communication outlet, all right, allow people to communicate. Sorry, it's being used by students, all right, parents, businesses, and religious organization. Right nowadays, all right, we have official page of, let's say, official page of Masjid Sultan Salahuddin Abdul Aziz Shah. All right, official account Twitter, official Instagram, Twitter of St. Teresa Church, for example, or official account Twitter of a temple or things like that, whereby religious organizations are also using the social media platform to spread positivity, all right, to deliver sermons, all right, and also to share thoughts and idea, all right, across religion, not just to be shared by the people within their religion, but also across religion as well. So it is being used in many forms by many different platforms for many reasons. The transmission device is anything that carries a message, all right, including sound wave, light wave, piece of paper, mobile phone, signal and screens, the internet, computer monitor, billboard, radio, and television signal, and an endless number of additional carriers. Right, meaning that we have a lot of devices, all right, that can be used, all right, to utilize and also facilitate social media and social networking. All right, social media is employing many transmission devices, including mobile devices and computers. Right, again. Okay, going into the negative effect. All right, the negative effect of social media on communication are the effect that it can have on children, especially. But the effects are through cyberbullying and unwanted exposure. Okay, sometimes maybe let's say we have um, uh, a teenage girl, all right, which doesn't really dress up to trend or something like that, or still wearing tudung with a kind of weird kind of colors and things like that, or too striking or not that striking, which is not following trends, all right, posted pictures on Instagram, and then people are bashing her, saying that she's not in trend, doesn't know how to dress, doesn't look beautiful and things like that, right? So this form or kind of social bullying always happen, all right, without we realizing it, all right. Sometimes we are being bullied what we do not realize it. We think that this is just a joke, or maybe somebody we think that, all right, we do not know this person, whatever he or she says doesn't matter to us. Okay, all right. And also the effect on children, all right, unwanted exposure, all right. Sometimes they can watch, they can see, and they can have a look at things, especially things which are very underrated, um, or things which are very sensitive, like pornography, 18 and sex kind of things, all right, which can be found, all right, hugely or widely, all right, on, not just on, I don't think they are embedded in social media, but there are some forms of social media which are social networking sites which kind of promoting this kind of things. All right, if you watch like let's say TV program, crime TV programs like 999 on TV3, or if you have a crime investigation channel on your Astro channels, all right, these there are some people who are looking, all right, who are looking for pleasure online, looking for what you call that. Prostitutes and things like that, and also looking for victims, all right, victimizing those who are using social media, all right. They think that this girl is very lonely, all right. This sexual predator, all right, ask her whether he wants to go out and have a drink and things like that, and it will mostly end up very badly. Okay, all right. So younger people are using mass communication without them realizing the consequences. Sorry, this is a typo. Right. So there has been instances or cases or examples where young folks have committed suicide as the result of negative things that have been posted about them on the internet. Right? Parental controls are available to ensure websites are accessed that are inappropriate for certain age groups, but they cannot protect young folks from what is being posted by their peers. Okay, so whatever is being shared by friends, all right, sometimes we as parents are being misled by our children, or not aware that they are talking about things which are not suited to their age group. Okay, social media networking is often used as an outlet, and peers can post things that are potentially hurting to others. All right, but let's say in Facebook we do have that kind of what you call that kind of application where we can report, all right, any postings that we think is very sensitive, all right, very violent, all right, things which are um, you know sexually intentionally posted to express sexual intention and things like that on Facebook, and then Facebook will block that particular account. Okay, all right. Talking about what you call that, suicidal cases in Malaysia. All right. Since some of you are involved with the enforcement bodies, all right, and also uniform bodies and things like that. All right. Do we have a lot of suicidal case caused by cyberbullying in Malaysia? Anyone would like to share with us? Can anyone enlighten us? Any suicide case related to cyberbullying? How many of it? Let's say last year, for example. Anyone? Hello? Anyone would like to share?
Never heard.
Never heard of such things. Maybe near to your president. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, sir. What was that again? Right, that is very true. I think we seldomly heard cases of suicide caused by. I mean, there are some, but they are seldomly. Such cases are seldomly happening in Malaysia. Most of the times, all right. If some of you are living in Penang or from Penang, all right, we can see people jumping. Previously, we have the ferry jumping from the ferry, jumping from Penang Bridge. All right, some cases jumping from high buildings as well. All right, because of financial problems. All right, they have a lot of debt that need to be paid. They are borrowing money from the wrong sources, borrowing money from this illegal organization like Along and things like that. All right, and they are being threatened. All right, so they think that the best way to stop the threatening from keep on happening is for them just to end their life, because they think that this is what the Along wants them to do. All right, there are also certain cases that I've heard. All right, in my sorry. All right, can you share any form of cases related to suicide? I mean, what caused them to commit suicide? We do have financial problems. Other than that,
Heartbreak heartbreak with the love.
all right. So heartbroken with their loved ones. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is also a very common
love
case.
scam.
Love scam. Okay, love scam as well. Okay.
Current issues.
All right. Yes. What's the difference between a and a Macau scam? They are not related, right? Though they use the term scam. Can anyone explain to me, okay, to the rest of the class, what about Macau scam? What is actually a Macau scam? And why is it called Macau? I know Macau is very famous for you call that the casino settings and that.
I think Macau scam is system to scam anybody in Malaysia.
All right. Okay. So
I think Macau is sell the item online, and then after buyer bank in the money, and then he block the buyer. Maybe like that. I also don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. So two of our friends have mentioned that okay, Macau scam is a more organized kind of scam. All right. And some of the Macau scam they involve transaction buying and selling. Right.
Technique to
Buying
scam.
as technique to
Yes,
scam. Yes.
the Macau scam is
Telecommunication fraud.
Sorry. Yeah.
Telecommunication, sir.
Telecommunication. So Macau scam is related to telecommunication. So the one where people call you, ni adalah panggilan daripada lembaga, that kind of thing, is it?
They treated
I
us.
see.
Macau scam more to trading phone calls. My scam lah more to apa? Pujuk.
Interview,
Okay.
look eye, and then maybe like that.
Love scam is more persuading you to get into relationship with them, and then they want you to give money and things like that. And you you unconsciously give them a lot of money without you even realizing, right? All right. If you have Netflix, if you're watching Netflix, you can watch this particular documentary called the Tinder Swindler. Sorry, not Twinder. Tinder Swindler. All right, Tinder Swindler is about a guy. I forgot the name. It's about a guy from. It's actually from Israel. Right, this particular Israeli guy. All right, he's been scamming. All right, he's been scamming girls in the UK, in Sweden, in Norway. All right, getting into relationship, but this is a very organized love scam whereby he will get enriched with them through Tinder, all right, and then meet them, bring the girls to a very nice dinner, very what you call that, fine dining kind of experience, and then went on trips on private jets, all right, have bodyguards and things like that, and then suddenly he said that he is involved in illegal diamond kind of dealing because he's a diamond dealer. All right, so he was involved in an illegal diamond dealing. They are gangsters looking after, trying to get him. All right, trying to get him back, trying to get money back from him and things like that. So he said that he needs to block his account. He needs to block his credit card and things like that. So asking money from the girls to help him, right, and promising them to pay them back twice as the amount that he has already borrowed. So Tinder Swindler is quite a very interesting kind of documentary. You can watch them on Netflix. Okay. All right. The next page is over here. All right. The second disadvantage of social media is addiction. All right. So the ability to access social platform via computers, right, tablet, cell phones. It is very easy. All right. And it's very instant. And you can do it all at any time throughout the day. Right, the convenience and ease of access leads to social media and network addiction. Okay, some people every 5 minutes new post, every 5 minutes new post, every 5 minutes new picture, everything you eat you post, everything you do you post. 2 to 3 minutes selfie, another 3 minutes selfie. All right, so sorry.
Illegal, sir. Illegal.
Usually,
Hobby.
I think it is applicable not only to female but also to male as well, to guys as well, and not just guys which are kind of girlish, but also guys who are very tough. All right, because sometimes they adore themselves too. In my opinion, all right, I think they adore themselves too much. All right, so they will always want to be at their best and want to show their best figure to the world, for example. All right, so this is reflected in those who have Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram accounts become the users who are logged in all the time and they have a lot of things either to push, share, comment, or just browse anything as they are addicted. They do not realize that this might lead to other negative impact, especially in communication. All right. Why is it being addicted to social media can give negative effect to your communication? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, let me just call names lah.
Sir,
All
for
right.
example,
Okay, please.
kakak 7-Eleven.
Kak Long.
Kak Long 7-Eleven. They argue with the cashier.
All right. Okay, arguing with the cashier, and then KFC, and then afterwards apologizing, saying that his son is not in a good condition. All right, his son is in a way having like sick. I mean, mentally sick, not like other children or things like that. And then out of nowhere, being asked to join a program in TV Al Hijrah, and then the program was cancelled. And then out of nowhere, saying bad things or mocking disabilities, those people with disabilities, mocking these people. All right, and then again asking for forgiveness online, and then showing inappropriate posture. I'm not watching it. I'm just hearing it from my friends. All right. Okay. So this is just a way whereby you think that everything you do, okay, anything that you do, all right, in order for you to defend yourself, you need to show it to the world. All right. But then in a perspective that you believe, all right, it is right. All right. It is right. And it is very wrong for the other person who are in the fight with you. All right. So I'm not sure about all of you, but in a way, right, if you are involved with a fight or car crash or something, all right, having video or pictures kind of proof which will be very helpful. But on the other side, all right, if you are too concentrating on recording, if you are too concentrating on taking pictures, if you are too concentrating that I am the right one, you are the wrong one, I have the right to to say bad things to you, to curse you, and everything like that, people will look at you as the one who are, who are being in a bad position at that time. You are the one who are committing, all right? You are committing something which is very bad, all right? Because you are overreacting and you are posting it online. We
They
do
will
not know
lose
what
their
actually.
sense of vulnerability.
Sorry, again?
They will lose their sense of vulnerability, sir.
Yes, they will lose their sense. All right, they will lose their sense in a way that because they are too carried away. All right, they are too carried away and they are very excited for people to watch this situation. Okay, those same things I think goes to Kak Long as well. And one time people keep on hitting his page. All right, not hitting like bashing, just keep on following. And then at the same time, she was trying to promote her product and things like that. And then paid review came in. All right, but then there are certain things, there are certain times that you do not like to be known as somebody who is like this. You wanted to be known as a person which is better, personally better, and not doing bad things to get yourself promoted. Okay, all right. Where were we? Okay, so all right. Okay, negative impact. Okay, especially all right. Back to the question just now. All right, we do realize that this might lead to other negative impact, especially in communication, because nowadays not just you guys, me as well. All right, I'm talking about myself as well. When I went out for lunch or dinner, or went out with my wife or with my family members, sometimes we have the tendency to open up our phone. Right? We have the tendency to check our phone. We have the tendency to have a look at our phone, even at a glance. Right? Even there is nothing important. Even if there is actually nothing, all right, that can be watched or can be seen in your phone, but the tendency is always there. All right, so this is quite bad for communicating, all right, face to face, because you know that you have somebody that you need to cater, you have somebody in front of you that you need to spend time with, talk with, all right, have more interaction with rather than just sticking your eyes on your phone screen. Okay, all right. So before we have our first break, all right, before we have our first break and get ourselves prepared for the interview session. Oh, before the interview session, I'm gonna brief you about your group project first, all right, and then we will go to interview session. But then we're gonna have our first break first, all right. I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes, all right, to prepare your reflection on these three questions, all right. Which channel that you usually turn to for the latest news, all right? Can news be trusted when they are posted through social media? All right. Online shopping is a convenient way to buy things nowadays. However, do you think that it brings more advantages and disadvantages? And what are the advantages and disadvantages? All right. Okay. All right. Get this question into your mind. All right. Try to understand them. All right. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to prepare. All right. And I'm going to call up names since we have 27. I'm going to have four names. All right. I'm not going to ask for volunteers. I'm going to call up four names for you to share us our reflection of these three questions. Okay. All right. Can we do that, guys and girls?
We try our best, sir.
All right. Okay. Sure. Okay.
Sir,
5 minutes
boleh.
of preparing. Okay. Thank you. This is already shared in your in our website group. Okay. So you can download it and save it for your perusal. Okay. All right, done. Okay, can we have Mr. Saji? All right, and then Mr. Yusrizal. Okay, and two ladies. Can we have Miss Shatika Zafisha and uh, Miss Lina Arvina. Okay, who would like to go first? Mr. Saji, Mr. Yusrizal, Miss Shatika Zafisha, and Miss Lina Arvina.
Good evening, sir.
Anyone would like? Right, yes, please, Mr. Saji.
I need to answer this question. Which channel that?
Yes.
Okay. Which channel?
Okay, only
that,
this question.
Which channel that you usually turn for your latest news? For me, I think my choices is Astro Awani, because these channels
Okay.
will be balanced with the pro government and pro opposite party. So the news will be a latest one. That
Okay.
is my opinion, sir.
What about the mainstream news, Mr. Saji? Any sites that you visit for mainstream news? Any mainstream site, meaning sites which are not related to TV station, not related to government, not related to any organization, free kind of websites. Did you visit any to watch news as well?
Your I you means other than TV channels or what?
Other than TV channels and also other than websites which are related to TV. We are not talking about NST, we are not talking the Star Online or things like that. Let's say sometimes we do have Malaysia Kini, Free Malaysia Today kind of things. And maybe other sites that I'm not aware myself as well. Do you visit that kind of sites?
Sometimes I also visit Malaysia Kini, but Malaysia Kini sometimes is more to against government.
I see.
That is my opinion lah.
Okay, what about number 2, Mr. Saji?
So can news be trusted? I think when the news is already published on social media, it must be trusted. I think now it never published the news that must be trusted, sir.
Okay, thank you. Right, what
So
about online shopping?
online shopping. Online shopping is, my opinion, online shopping brings more advantage because nowadays we are practicing the social distancing everything. So online shopping is more convenient for everyone. But we need to read the rules and regulation before we buy the things. We need to see the review and everything. We cannot simply buy, then we say that everything is lying or what. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Saji. Okay, can we move on to the next person? Maybe we can have Mr. Yusrizal.
Okay, sir.
All right, yes, please.
Prefer news at Malaysia Kini and YouTube.
Okay, so you don't watch news much on TV?
No, sir.
Okay.
Because very the news with banyak twist, sir.
Okay, all right.
Okay. For shop, I prefer to buy at Shopee because they supply preferred apa ni company for I buy the product.
Okay. All right. What about number 2? Do you think that news posted through social media, let's say people share news on WhatsApp, forward news kind of thing, posting news on Facebook, is it reliable? Can the news be trusted?
No, sir.
No. Okay. All right. Why is that? Why do you think that it cannot be trusted when it is posted on Facebook? Hello, Mr. Yusrizal?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Some news many fake because many people take advantage for the news.
Hmm. All right. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Yusriza. Okay. Let's move on to Miss Shatika Zafisha. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Your reflection on these three questions, please.
For me, I more prefer to use and watch television for latest news. For the first question lah,
Okay.
because I think television is more faster than other media, and all the news are more trusted.
Okay. All right.
And for the second question, I just answered before. So for the third question, I more prefer to online shopping because we can shopping from anywhere and using more convenient transfer such as online transfer banking.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Shatika.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Okay. Last but not least, Miss Lina Arvina.
Assalamualaikum and good evening, sir.
Waalaikumsalam. Good evening.
Okay, the channel that I usually use to get the latest news or info is through social media such as Facebook because the info is easy to find online without the need for a high budget and easy search.
Okay.
And the second about the news. Okay, for me, I'm not trusted the news because most of the news being spread on social media are done through fake profile and are mostly in order to serve a propaganda or agenda.
Okay.
Uh,
Understood.
and the last is about online shopping. I prefer online shopping because we can make a low budget, save our money, and we can do social distancing. So,
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for your response. Thank you very much. All right. So we're gonna have our first break. All right. So please come back at about 3:40. Okay. All right. About 5 minutes kind of break lah. First break. Okay. So and then later on I'm gonna brief you on your project paper. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. All right, everyone. So we're back. Okay. So just before we start our what we call that interview assessment, right? Okay, I'm gonna brief you a little bit on your uh, upcoming project presentation assessment. Okay, project presentation assessment. So we have already I've already told you in during our first lecture that uh, you need to form a group of 5 people. Okay, a group of 5 people or four maybe if let's say you don't have five. Okay, so you need to find solution that can help or solve problems. So I've already shared to you a few examples. No, just one example, but I've gathered a few examples and I'm going to share to you the examples in our WhatsApp group and also our online learning platform as well. Okay, so you need to come up with a report and also a presentation based on that particular project. Okay, so let's say for example, okay, the problem faced right now is the hostel room is not too humid, for example. Okay, so you have decided that buying an air conditioner will solve this kind of problem. So since there are many types of air conditioner available in the market, so you have to decide on one and justify your choice. Okay, so comparison are made in order to choose the best one. The justification can include explanation on the product special features, step on how to use the product and why it is very good to be used. Right. Okay, I'm going to show you a few examples that I have already gathered from previous students, all right? Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing my, okay. All right, can you see my, what you call that, my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, oh, okay, it doesn't come up. All right, okay. All right, so this is the content that you should have. All right, this is kind of a content, or you can say the heading that you can have in your report. All right, so your problem segment, what is the issue that you are trying to cater right now, that you are trying to solve. All right, the recommended solution. All right, then description of the product or concept. All right, so it can be either a product, it can also be a concept. All right, so the analysis of product or the concept. All right, maybe you want to compare between the types of products like what I've just mentioned just now. All right, comparison between special features and price and also advantage and disadvantages, or maybe you want to explain a system if you are doing a concept base. All right, and then the conclusion and also the appendix. All right, so what is actually differentiating between product based and also concept based? All right, let me show you an example. Okay, all right, this is an example of a report, all right, for a concept base. All right, so the problem statement over here, there are many problems that we have to face, especially regarding assignment given. As a student, we have a lot of assignment that we need to do and submit on time. Okay, sorry, because I was actually the coordinator was actually scanning this from the previous student's assignment, right? Okay, so this is why the writings and everything are not in a very good arrangement. Okay, as a student, we have a lot of assignment and we need to submit on time. Therefore, the main problem that students are facing is about printing, photocopy, and scanning the document. This is because not all students are able to buy a printer. It can be a big problem when students need to print out the task at midnight. So students, sometimes they do not have time to finish assignment during the day and forced to read at night. So if we ignore this, there might be a problem for students to finish their assignment. Okay, all right. I think the hostel is called Inap Siswa, I think in UUM. Okay, all right. So this is a concept of coming up with a 24-hour printing service. All right. So we are not talking about product over here. We are talking about the concept of providing a service. All right. So if you are doing a product-based kind of project, all right, whereby the issue is related and can be, all right, can be solved, all right, the solution can be in terms of product, then you are talking about product based project. Okay, students having difficulties in reheating food in their dormitory as students requested to stay indoor. They are not allowed to cook their own food and it is difficult to eat food that is still warm when they are in their own dorm. So therefore, they need a product that can allow them to heat up their food that have gone cold. So solution, microwave, all right? So you can lay out what kind of microwave, brands, the price and everything in your project paper. Okay, so what I'm trying to stress out over here, it doesn't have to be a very like a very heavy issue or a very complicated problems or very worldwide, nationwide kind of problems that you want to solve over here. All right, it can be as big as this particular assignment. Okay, the assignment that I've shared to you, all right, previously in our WhatsApp group. All right, okay, it's about election. All right, election is a process of deciding which party will govern the country. Since the outbreak of COVID-19 is still taking place, a just way election can be made without risking the safety of our citizens. Okay, for example, this is a concept based. All right, this is a concept base. Therefore, all right, you will come up with suggestion of what to do. All right, how to utilize or how to perform, how to do election during COVID-19, for example. All right, it can be as heavy as this, or it can be as light as just choosing a microwave to solve issues of students do not have the opportunity or do not have the time to reheat their meal. Okay, it's up to you. All right. Okay. Sorry, where were we? Okay. So did we decided on any topic? I don't think so, right? Previously in our class. Wait, let me check. Topics. Do we have topics on this one? Did I mention to you that the topic is set, or did I ask you to do any topics? This was like in our first class, right? Is it?
The topic already given, sir. We already choose the topic.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. Okay. I got confused with English one. Okay. Sorry. All right. So the topic is already given. You have already choose your topic. All right. So that's good. Okay. That's good news for me. All right. So what you should do is just to do if you have done, maybe you have finished, all right, just go and revisit, okay, your report based on this kind of content or heading, all right, because I'm going to share to you this sample as well, okay, and I've already shared this one, okay. I'm going to share to you these two particular samples so that you will go through your content, all right, and arrange them according to this particular headings, all right. Problem statement, the recommended solution, the description of product or concept, all right, and then the analysis. Analysis here can be in terms of you, comparing, all right, comparing, showing advantage and disadvantages, all right. This product, the advantage is like this, but it has disadvantages like this. Laying out all the points that will help you in coming up with your solution, which particular product that you would like to choose. It is more of you trying to argue, all right, which concept that you are posting or which product that you are showing us that you think is the best that can be used, all right, as a solution to this particular problem. Okay, all right, any question on this one? Any question on project paper? So project paper will be presented in live session during our class, in our next class, which is on the 16th of April. All right, so please make sure during that date all of your group members are present. All right, are present, because that is the final class. Okay, so we don't want any hiccups, we don't want any because I need to report your what you call that, your ongoing marks by the next week after we have already finished that particular session, because for those who are having final exam, they will straight away proceed to final exam. As for you, all right, all of your marks are 100% committed to your ongoing assessment. So whatever it is that we are doing, I need to finish them by the end of the session, which is on the 4th week and report your marks to PACE. Okay. All right. So please ask your friends to attend this final session so that we can have the final presentation, which is the presentation of your group project. All right. And also report will be submitted on that day as well. Okay. Other than that, during that final day, we also gonna have our listening quiz. Okay. So right now on your e-learning platform, I have already posted the listening practice, so you can start doing that. All right, before we do our actual listening test. All right, in the 4th session. Okay. All right, and then for the presentation, all of the groups will be allocated 20 minutes for each presentation. All right, so as if you have 4 to 5 minutes each of group members to speak. All right, during the presentation report. Okay. All right, presentation report. Yes. Okay. Final say. Does anyone over here doesn't have any group yet? I think all of you have already formed your group project report, right? Group for the project report. All right, good. Okay. So any question on project report?
Sir,
Question on? Yes,
can
please.
you send back the titles of the topic that we can choose for the project?
All right, okay. I'm going to send back the topic title, okay? All right, later after class, I'm going to send back the title of the topic back to all of you for you to choose. All right?
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, most welcome. I think it's in here if I'm not mistaken.
For you.
Sorry? Hello?
For you.
All right, can you do that for us? Okay, can you put that in our WhatsApp group maybe immediately? Okay, thank you very much. All right, if we don't have any more question or any more issues arise, all right, we're going to move on to our next assessment, which is job interview assessment. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so as for the job interview assessment, all of you will be interviewed in a group of 3. So I have already set the groupings for all of you. Okay. So I don't think we have Mr. Fauzi. Do you have Mr. Fauzi with us? No, right? Mr. Fauzi and Miss Shamila is not with us, all right, because they texted me saying that they have to go for their department sports carnival or something. Okay, so we'll begin with the name list over here that I have with me. Okay, the first group is Mr. Firdaus bin Jamal Habi, Mr. Ramakrishnan, and Mr. Ramdan. All right, group number 2, Miss Rosmini, Mr. Saiful Hisham, and Mr. Saji. Group number 3, Miss Siti Nur Fatimah, Mr. Tuan Man, and Miss Umi Kasum. Group number 4, Mr. Ahmad Zaid, okay, Mr. Avinash, and Miss Azrin Hayati. Group number 5, Mr. Azrin Effendi, Miss Hazliza, and Mr. Kamalul Khair. Group number 6, Miss Lee Ming Lee, Mr. Muhammad Nizam, and Mr. Yusrizal. Group number 7, Mr. Muhammad Shafi'i, Mr. Shamsul Abdul Rahman, and Miss Nur Shatikah Zafisha. Group number 8, Miss Nur Izati, Mr. Rizwan, and Mr. Sharul Nizam. And group number 9, Miss Tur Sinawati, okay, Mr. Daing, and Miss Lina Avina. All right, okay. So this is how the grouping will go. And during the interview session, all right, I will be the interviewer. All right, when I ask you the first question, okay, so please answer according to your turn, meaning that do not like raise hand or something like that, okay. So if let's say when we start, all right, I'm going to inform you, okay, Mr. Fidaus, you're going to be candidate number 1, Mr. Rama, candidate number 2, Mr. Ramdan, candidate number 3. Okay, so know your turns. when I ask you the question, okay, please describe a little bit of yourself, right? So Mr. Firdaus will go first, okay? And then Mr. Rama, and then Mr. Ramdan. So that is how your turns will be performed, okay? All right. So any question? Do you need time to prepare?
So
All of you?
when the question is about experience or something, so we need to
Okay.
tell the current job experience or the or what? Sir?
All right. Because I am not specifying on what post are you applying, so you can tell any experience that you would like to tell. Maybe the current job or maybe the previous job that you have. Because in the question we are not specifying on any post. The question will be very general. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Why do you want to apply this job? What are the good qualities that you have or something like that. Okay. Okay, Mr. Saji.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, good. Thank you. Okay, so before we begin, all right, I'm going to give you some time to prepare first, get yourself composed and things. And then we're going to start with the first group, Mr. Firdaus, Mr. Rama, and also Mr. Ramdan. Okay? All right, what about 3 minutes of preparing a bit, getting yourself composed, trying to, what you call it?
Other group, no need to leave.
I know, you can stay and watch the whole session. Okay?
Yes.
But please do not tease or interrupt your friends. Okay, stay quiet. Make sure your microphone are in muted. All right, in muted version. Okay, thank you.
Masa.
Each person will be one question or more than that, sir.
More than that, all right, and the whole session will be 15 minutes. Each and every one of you will be allocated at about 5 minutes to answer the question. So assuming, let's say, each of you gonna have 5 questions, all right. So let's say when the first question posted, so you might take like only 1 minute for each question. So we're gonna have 5 questions. So altogether, gonna have 5 minutes of from each person and 15 minutes for the whole session. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, shall we begin? All right, okay. All right, so the rest of you, please make sure you mute your. Okay, Miss Arina, your name is in the job interview and you will be in the last group with Mr. Sinawati and Mr. Daing, group number 9. Okay? All right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so shall we begin? Can I have Mr. Fidas and Mr. Ramdan to switch on your camera as well?
Sir, my camera problem lah, sir.
Okay, what about Mr. Ramdan? Okay, Mr. Ramdan is here. All right. So the first one will go is Mr. Firdaus, Mr. Ramakrishnan, and the last one is Mr. Ramdan. All right, okay. All right, let me do the timer. Okay. Stopwatch. All right, okay. Okay, very good morning to all of you. So welcome to this interview session, right, for the post of manager in our site. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. All right, so today we're gonna have Mr. Firdaus, Mr. Ramakrishnan, and also Mr. Ramdan for the session. All right, welcome to our company. Okay, so first question, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, sir. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name Muhammad Firdaus bin Jamalul Habi. I am married and have 4 sons. I am basically from Perak, but currently staying in Cheras. I am 37 years old. I did my graduation in Bachelor in Public Management from University Utara Malaysia.
All right, Mr. Rama.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
My name is Ramakrishnan Datia. I'm 34 years old and from Karapahang. First of all, I would like thanks for giving me opportunity to interview for this manager position. I will describe myself as somebody who's very positive and hardworking. I'm resilient, so I can deal with a difficult scenario when required. I have some background in engineering with a degree from UUM. Throughout my career, I've noticed that I always been good with numbers. So I'm moving forward to expand my experience across the different industry in your company, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rama. Mr. Ramdan.
Good evening, sir. First of all, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Ramdan bin Saleh. I am married and have 3 children. I come from Melaka and now stay at Sungai Buloh. I have a degree of public management. Thank you for inviting me for that interview, sir. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Firdaus, can you tell us a bit about your working experience? Mr. Firdaus?
Sorry, sir.
Okay.
For your information, I have previously worked in the government staff for 18 years. My position is as a supervisor to monitor the employees under my supervision to work with full dedication and discipline. That position have helped me a lot in them of carrying big responsibilities and also developing my skill. I believe that I can do any task, even with full commitment, if I were given an opportunity to join this company. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rama.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Same question again, huh?
Yes, same question
Okay.
about
Previously,
your
I'm
working
working.
experience.
Yeah. Previously, I'm working as a supervisor in one of the site at Vijaya Groups. So what I do and project the industry, I do some intern for the project. So I'm qualified, perfectly aligned with your team looking for the company. So I can grow continuously, challenge myself to get this job. That's it, sir.
Okay, thank you. Your background, Mr. Ramdan, working experience.
I don't have a lot experience in my life. I work experience at Kumpulan Ruang Simpanan Pekerja almost 10 years. I have abilities in Excel and Words. I take care of my admin and HR matters lah, sir. I can a little bit speak in English language.
That's all, Mr. Ramdan.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right, back to you, Mr. Fidaus. People has been asking about their greatest strength, right? Usually, but then for the three of you, my question is, what will be your greatest weakness that you are aware of?
Well, as a recent graduate, I say my biggest weakness is the lack of real life work experience.
Can you explain more on that, Mr. Fidaus?
As a recent graduate, I say my biggest weakness is the lack of real life work experience, sir.
So, do you think without experience you cannot excel in this field of work?
New job, I will fit my weakness. My weakness. I try.
Okay,
I try do my best, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you. Mr. Rama, what about you? What is your biggest weakness?
My greatest weaknesses is sometimes I don't ask enough questions. So instead of asking question for help, I just sit and try to figure out my own. So because of this, some of the explanation by my superior, I can't get enough information, so I have to refer them back.
Okay. All right, what about you, Mr. Ramdan? Mr. Ramdan, your greatest weakness?
Hello, sir.
What about you? What is your greatest weakness?
for me, extensive experience allow me to go future better lah, sir.
Okay, thank you. So one of the most important question of all, I think. All right, what will be your salary expectation and why? Can we start with Mr. Fidaus first?
I think I want 5,000 because of my experience, sir.
Because of your experience.
Yes, sir.
5,000, is it negotiable?
Sorry, sir.
Is it negotiable? Can we reduce the amount that you asked just now?
Yes, can, sir.
How much would that be?
I get the job. And then I get the job.
Okay. So if we give you less than 5,000, will you still consider this job?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. What about you, Mr. Rama? What is your salary expectation and why?
Based on my experience and background and the prevailing market rate, I believe a fair compensation for the salary anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000.
All right. So is that amount negotiable?
Based on the position budget, sir.
Based on the position budget.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Mr. Ramdan, what is your salary expectation and why?
Nowadays, I want 4 to 5,000 lah, sir, because of my vast experience in my field.
Okay. Is it negotiable?
Yes, sir.
So if we give you less, will you still consider joining us?
Depend on your company given for me how much salary, and then I can
Okay.
I can negotiate with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
If let's say I'm not going to say that all of you will be accepted, but if let's say you got accepted, maybe one of you, maybe two of you, maybe all of you, if you got accepted and you will be working with us, all right? And let's say in the next 2 years, what will be your planning? Will you try to, job hopping between this job to another job, or will you be loyal to the company and stay and serve us? I don't know, maybe for the next 5 to 10 years. Mr. Fidaus?
My target is I want to become the target higher position, sir.
Sorry? Target what?
I want higher position.
Higher position. Okay. Anything else, Mr. Fidaus? All right, what about you, Mr. Rama? What's your future plan, career plan?
If I chosen for these positions, I will continue to deliver a high quality work for the company and for organization. Besides that, I would like attend all the training provided to make sure that I really qualified and experienced to promote as a more or senior manager in the organization, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Ramdan, what about you?
My planning to advance the company by using fruit that can advance the company lah, sir.
Okay, all right. So before we end the session, any question from the three of you?
Don't have, sir.
All right,
Thank you.
okay.
Sir,
Okay, so yes, please.
how
Mr.
about the
Rama?
company rules and regulation, annual leave that provided for these positions?
All right, so basically, rules and regulation will be read to you once you are enlisted in the company. All right, so mostly we're gonna working hours will be very flexible. It's either you choose between 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. All right, sometimes you might have to go for outstation. All right, but then you will be paid. What you call that? You will be paid according to the mileage, and also your accommodation will be covered, and also food as well. Okay, and for in terms of annual leave, you will be given 25 days of annual leave, and you will also have the what you call it, the MC or sick leave will not be included in that 25 days of annual leave. And other than that, we also have leave, special leave, for example, leave for religious activity, leave for maternity leave. For example, if your wife delivered a baby, you will also entitle a 9 days at the maternity leave as well. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
I look forward for the answer. Asap. Thank you.
Okay, thank
Sir,
you very much. So yes,
when
please.
the answer, when the interview answer will come out with us.
Okay, all right. So this is the first session, and we still have 9 groups to go. So I
Okay, sir.
guess the result of the interview will come out within 2 months of this period. So if
Okay,
let's
thanks,
say
sir.
you didn't receive any email or phone calls, meaning that you are unlucky not to get this position. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Fidaus, Mr. Rama, and also Mr. Ramdan.
Thank you so much,
Looking
sir.
forward,
Welcome,
all right,
sir. Thank
looking
you
forward
very
to see
much.
you in this company. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Done with the first group. All right. Okay, so second group, please get ready. All right. All right, second group, 3 minutes of getting ready. I need to go to the restroom for a while. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Toilet ni lah. Kejap, kejap.
Okay.
Right, sorry for the delay. Okay, now can we have the second group, which is Ms. Rosmini, Mr. Saiful Hisham, and Mr. Saji. All right, Ms. Rosmini is here. Mr. Saji is here. Mr. Saiful. Mr. Saiful Hisham, are you with us? Mr. Saiful? Is Mr. Saiful with us? Anyone?
No, sir.
Oh, he's not with us. Oh, okay. All right. Unfortunately, Mr. Saiful is not with us. Does anybody know where did Mr. Saiful go? 27, 27, 28, 29. Am I right?
Solat kot, solat kot.
Oh, 27 including me. Oh, okay, I see. Sorry, I think he's not with us. Solat yang baru azan je ni. Alright, I think we need to cross out Mr. Saiful lah. Sekejap Alright, so Mr. Saiful and also Mr. Fauzi and Miss Shamila are not with us. Okay. Right, don't worry. Alright, so we can continue only with two, don't
Hello.
worry. Hello,
Uh,
Yes?
Okay,
Yes?
I'm
Oh,
Shamila.
Shamila is here.
Yeah, I'm already finished my sport game now. I'm
Okay, so you want to join?
but now not yet because
Okay. I don't think you are well equipped.
I'm not ready.
Okay, because I'm aware that you and Mr. Fauzi will be away for your sport event, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. We're gonna have a separate session.
Yeah.
For you, for Saiful, and also for Mr. Fauzi. Okay. All right.
Can
All right. Okay. All right. Can we continue with Miss Rosmini and Mr. Saji first? Okay. All right. So for the second one will be Miss Rosmini.
Okay, my name is Rusmini binti
Oh,
Rosman.
wait. Not yet.
Okay.
Let me just open the session first. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. Okay, Mr. Saji. All right. Okay. All right. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening I bid to all of you. So welcome to the interview session for the post of HR manager in Puncak Niaga Sdn Bhd. So we would like to welcome Ms. Rosmini Rosman and also Mr. Sajia Rao Vengatusan to this interview session. All right. Okay, first thing first, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, my name is Rusmini binti Rosman. Okay, I'm from Damansara Damai, Petaling Jaya, Selangor. Marital status is married. I education background, my secondary at Sekolah Menengah Teknik Kuala Selangor in civil engineering, and I continue my study at Polytechnic Sultan Abdul Halim Muazzam Shah at Kedah in town planning and regional, and now I work at Dewan Bandaraya Kuala Lumpur. That's all, sir.
Okay. To you, Mr. Saji.
Good evening, sir. I am Saji from KL. I am married. I already have diploma in mechanical engineering, but I just did my degree in public management last year. It is what made me to apply this job, which I think can be best opportunity for me to show my ability. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. Tell us a little bit about your current working background, Ms. Rosmini.
Yeah. Okay, my current job, I at Dewan Bandar Kuala Lumpur and at the 2013 as a technician town planning at Dewan Bandaraya Kuala Lumpur. My scope of work is I go to management and management department. At the work I will control our SOP standard in my department, and then my scope of work is to handle to my all meeting and chat organization in office. That's all.
Okay, Mr. Saji, what about you?
Thanks, sir. My current working experience is I am working as the head of unit of cadet. This means I handle with the students of secondary school and also the secondary school teachers. So it will be a new experience for me because we are enforcement officer, never engage with the students or with the teachers. So during pandemic, I handling the programs by doing online programs more than because the SOP of KKN. So this is the great chance for me to create the new activities of program and also learn by self by using the new technology and everything. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, thank you. Back to you, Miss Rosmini. Why would you want to apply for this particular job? Is there any reason why would you like to apply for this job?
Okay. I want to apply this position job because I want to improve my skill. I want to find the greater opportunities to develop myself. Other than that, I believe in cooperation, even though sometimes we cannot anticipate the nature of college office, but I will still do my best and try to avoid the problem from affecting my emotion unless it has something to do with my personal behavior.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Mr. Saji?
Thank you, sir. I think the position of manager not only with the we can only with the education qualification. So we need to have the talents. That is, I believe I got. First thing, I can manage the problems in the branch without hurting anyone, especially clients or public which deals with us. And also, I can be friendly with anyone, especially my staffs. So it will be a great. I can create the good environment working in an office, which is more important than we do anything. Because every one of us spend more times in the office than the house. So the good environment in the office is more important than everything. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. In your working years, what actually motivates you or what actually drive you to become better, Miss Rosmini?
If you hire me, it's the best platform for me to show my abilities. Whatever my goal and dream, I will try the best to achieve them in a near future. That's all, sir.
Okay, Mr. Saji?
For me, the which can motivate me to working well is first thing I about salary. Salary is important because everything working for the salary. When the company or office can give the best offer, it will be good for us to do to show our talent or our full ability to do work. Another thing is which can motivate us is I think that is enough. Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. Um, uh, can you tell us, are you a team player? Do you work well with other people, Miss Rosmini?
Excuse me, sir. I'm not here.
Sorry, are you a team player? Do you work well with other people?
Yes, yes, yes. I will always be sensitive to work in my team, and from time to will discuss with other team members so that the work is running and can be complete before the scheduled time.
Okay, what if you have conflict within your team? How will you face or solve the conflict?
Okay, sometime MC, so I can cover if I can done. If I cannot done, I can solve. I can take slow talk to my partner.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Saji, what about you? Are you a team player? Do you work well with others?
Yes, I can be a team player and I also can be a manager. So for me is the working in the ground is more important. So experience of working in the ground is more important. So I will learn from the ground to the upper, which can be experience that can I use it for my working. Thank you, sir.
All right. What if one of your team members are having conflict with you? How will you resolve or react with that conflict?
Everyone will have the conflict. Not can everyone quick from the conflict. So it is as a manager the very important how to handle the conflict. First thing that I can do is let them cool down, and if they are need to any leave or anything, can need to give the leave, let them take a rest. So before that I can handle the job or replace or other people's on that job. That is more important other than we advise on the current situation, because sometimes when we advise on that situation it doesn't work. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, do you have any question before we leave the session?
No question from me. I want let my friend also be interviewed. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Rosmini, question from you?
Yes. I don't have any questions, sir.
Okay, all right. So thank you very much. We're gonna reach you within 1 month period. If let's say you don't receive any email or phone calls, meaning that unfortunately you are not selected for this post. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Next group. Can we have Siti Nur Fatima, Mr. Tuan Man, and also Miss Umi Kalsom? Let me write down your name first. Siti Nur Fatima. Mr. Tuan Man. And Miss Umi Kalsom. Okay, Mr. Fatima. Miss Fatima, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tuan Man, Miss Umi Kalsom, Miss Fatima?
Hello, sir.
Hello, hi, are you there? Can you hear us?
Sir, sorry, line
Hello?
saya sangkut-sangkut, sir.
Sangkut-sangkut, so you cannot open your camera. Tak apalah.
Tak jelas.
But we can hear you clearly. Bukan tak jelas, tak apalah. Can you hear us clearly? Can you hear my voice?
Putus-putus.
Hello? Boleh dengar ke?
Yes, sir.
Saya
Okay,
punya
I
line,
think...
sir, putus-putus. Sebab saya dalam kereta.
Oh, boleh berhenti sekejap kot. Boleh berhenti ke? Ke tengah on the road?
Ada.
Miss Fatima, are you there?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Clear tak? Can you hear my voice? Bahaya tu interview sambil drive.
Okay, my name is Siti
Oh,
Nofatima
tak
binti
start lagi.
Ismail.
Wait. Tak start. Okay, dah settle lah. Have you settled down? Dapat and everything? Hello?
Sangkut lah. Tak dengar jelas. Putus-putus.
Alah, betul-betul Okay, Miss Fatimah. Hello?
Hello.
Dengar tak? Clear tak suara saya? My voice?
Saya dengar suara sir tapi putus-putus. Sir, saya tak dengar jelas. Sebab saya dalam kereta.
Parking lah
On the
kereta
way
tu.
Pergi mana? On the way to where? Where?
Dekat atas highway ni. Nak balik rumah.
Okay. Jauh lagi ke rumah?
Jauh lagi sir. Saya dekat Kelang ni ha.
Tu dengar? Clear tak? Atas highway. Alamak, mana boleh berhenti atas highway?
Dia sikit jelas.
Berhenti R&R boleh? Atas highway macam tak boleh berhenti pula nanti ya.
Mana pula arena? Yang mana arena?
Macam ni lah. Okay, these three group members, Miss Siti Nur Fatimah, Mr. Tuanman, dengan Miss Umi, kita tunggu Miss Fatimah parking R&R kejap, and then we can start your session. So I'm gonna skip your group first. Alright, we're gonna do the next group dulu, boleh? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, alright, okay. Miss Siti Nur Fatimah, you find a suitable place to stop and to park your car. Alright, and then we can start. Once you are there, please inform us macam mana. WhatsApp ke? Inform us in WhatsApp, okay? Alright, we're gonna skip this group first. Can we go to the fourth group, Mr. Ahmad Zaid, Mr. Avinash, and Mr. Azrin?
Can, sir.
Okay, alright. Mr. Avinash, Mr. Ahmad Zaid, and Mr. Azrin.
Hi sir,
Are you
which
there?
Azrin sir? Azrin Afendi
Oh,
or
sorry.
Azrin Hayati?
Azrin
Yes, sir.
Afendi.
I'm here.
Azrin Afendi, not Azrin Hayati. Sorry. Okay, let me write down your name first, Mr. Ahmad Zaid. Okay, Ahmad Zaid.
Yes, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Right, you'll be number one. Waalaikumsalam. Mr. Avinash, you'll be the second one. And Mr. Azrin, okay, patutlah. Okay, it should be Azrin Hayati, sorry. Bukan Azrin Effendi, sorry. Sorry, Mr. Azrin Effendi. Miss Azrin Hayati. Because number 10 and number ni, your name are close to each other. Miss Azrin Hayati. Azrin Hayati. Okay, Miss Azrin, are you there? Azrin Hayati?
Yes, I'm
Right,
here,
okay.
but I cannot open my my camera.
Okay.
So I'll be doing the
Right,
job
yeah.
interview without the camera, sir.
Okay, tapi susah sikit lah dapat kerja.
Nampak apa?
Mr. Avinash, how about you?
Camera problems, sir.
No problem. Susah juga dapat kerja ni. Okay lah, never mind. I'm just joking. You will not affect your marks, jangan risaulah. Okay, alright. Okay, bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day. So welcome to the interview session for the post of Human Resource Manager in Puncak Jala, Sdn Bhd. I cannot think of another name. Alright, okay. So today we're going to have Mr. Ahmad Zaid. Alright, the first candidate, Mr. Avinash, the second candidate, and Ms. Azrin Hayati, the third candidate. Alright. So first thing first, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Mr. Ahmad Zaid first.
Yeah, assalamualaikum, sir. Hello.
Hello, yes, I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, my name Ahmad Zaid Kamaru bin Awang. I live Sepang, Selangor. I'm married and have 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. I have experience education and I'm trying to continue my study to the degree level to meet my need. My ambition, a desire to improve and change in my career now, and I try to future my education to highest level. I want to make my passion as a student and a father that seeking knowledge is very important, not only for the work but for the hereafter. I also want to make myself an inspiration for my children. Their father can achieve his ambition and can be a graduate as we one day. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Mr. Avinash? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Good evening, sir. My
Good
name is
evening.
Abhi, and I'm 50 years old. I'm married and got 3 kids. I'm from Kuching, and I have obtained my Bachelor of Public Management in University of Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and just graduated last year. And I want to learn, and I want to have a new experience, and I still looking for the new job of this life. That's all.
All right, thank you. Miss Azrin?
Um, Hello.
All right.
I have been a property manager for 6 years now. I've gained a
Oh,
lot of
straight into
knowledge
position.
in this industry, including the latest standards set by the government to control property management. In the course of my 6 years in this industry, I've known how to deal with different type of people and to cause them to comply with the rules that set for them to reside in different properties that I have managed. I've also been involved in setting the rent price, advertising, marketing, property, preparing vacant units for rent, preparing the lease agreements, handling complaints and other issues, and many more. And I do believe that I will make a success of this role that I am applying. Currently, I'm pursuing my degree in public management in UUM. That's all.
Okay, thank you. All right. Can you tell us a little bit of how do you handle stress and also pressure, Mr. Zaid, especially stress and pressure related to your working environment?
Press.
Mr. Zaid, hello? Hello?
Hello.
All right, okay. Did you get the question just now?
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Zaid. Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Handle the stress and pressure. Most all workplace have their one pressure. We have explore must be got adapting and also easy to get along with the staff in the office. Work stress can be overcome by having to look and ourselves. Why is it like that? There must be a reason. People who not like how we are not trusted will. We have to be good at adapting and also constantly correcting the quality or of our work away. Thank you, sir.
All right. What about you, Mr. Avinash? How do you handle stress and pressure?
For me, pressure is very important, lah, sir, because a good pressure, such as many assignment or an upcoming deadline, helps me to stay motivated and productive. Of course, there are times when too much pressure can lead to stress. However, I am very skilled at balancing multiple projects and meeting deadlines. The abilities prevent me from feeling overly stressed, lah. And I will try to react to situation rather than to stress, lah. That's for me, sir.
Okay, thank you. Miss Azrin, what about you?
I will try to react to the situation rather than to stress. That way, I can handle the situation without becoming too stressed. For example, when I deal with an unsatisfied customer, rather than focusing on feeling stressed, I focus on the task at hand. I believe my ability to communicate effectively with the customers during this moment will help reduce my own stress. I think it's also reduce any stress that customer may feel. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Um, sorry, back to you, Mr. Azrin. What will be your greatest strength?
Mr. Azrin.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Zaid. Sorry, Mr. Zaid. Sorry. Back to you, Mr. Zaid. What will be your greatest strength?
Uh,
Mr. Zaid, are you there?
yeah, I'm there. Mm,
What will be your greatest strength,
greatest
Mr.
strength.
Yes, Ahmad Zaid. Your greatest strength.
Greatest strength, I said. The biggest, biggest I witnessed before. I was like skipping work, skipping work and leaking to avoid problem. Solving and being lazy to link something with the latest fast evolving technology which I decided to improve and try to improve the quality of myself to be on part this girl who had been promoted from that I began to think how to improve myself to that I was choose to be one able to advance myself from my angers and advance career that other college. Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Avinash, what will be your greatest strength?
My greatest strengths are writing, sir, project management, quantitative research, event planning, budget development, and social media. And I also very friendly. I can easily to know new people in the office lah. Thank you.
Okay, good. Miss Hazrin, what about you?
I would say that my greatest strength is the ability to communicate effectively with people. I'm able to convince the team to work with me in completing the task and achieving the company goal. Besides a team player, I am also an objective person and committed to the work that I am into. That's all.
That's all. Okay. Um, so what will be your goals when if you are accepted and if you are enlisted in this company, what will be your future goals while you are working over here, Mr. Azrain? No, Mr. Zahid, sorry.
Salary expectation.
No, not salary expectation, your goals. Your goals that you want to achieve if you are accepted to work in this company.
I mean, I want to this job. For goal for the future.
Yes, future goals.
My goal after this, when I am offer a job on your behalf and become one of my employers into try be a good employer and maintain the good name of your company. I will also improve the quality my work to improve the quality of my work after this. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Avinash, what will be your goals if you got accepted to in this company?
My goals, if I accepted, is I will try to be the best among the best in all of the employees to show that I am worthy to work in your company. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ms. Azrin?
My long-term goals involve growing with a company where I can continue to learn, take on additional responsibilities, and contribute as much value as possible to the organization and team. I love that your company emphasizes professional development opportunities, which I could very much foresee myself to have a delightful career advancement in your organization long run. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, so the biggest question of all, what will be your salary expectation, Mr. Zaid?
My salary expectation. I relate to salary payment. The assignment that you, if I am given a mandate of opportunity to work in your company, letters must be work the assignment and also commensurate payment. This is because I have experience related to the tax that we assign later, and I try my best to keep the standard of your company later. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Avinash, salary expectation?
My expectation is not below 3,000, sir.
Okay, is it negotiable?
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. What about
Yes.
Miss Azrin?
Sorry, come again, sir. I didn't get the question.
What will be your salary expectation?
Oh, okay. Based on my research and with my experience and specific skills that I could offer to your organization, I would expect to earn about 86,000 to 96,000 annually. However, I am willing to be flexible as I'm more interested in this role and working for your company than I am in the initial offer. I have faith that your company will extend an offer that's an accurate reflection of how much value I could bring to your organization. Thank you.
All right. Okay, clear. Thank you. All right, thank you very much. You will be reached within a 1 month period, and if let's say you didn't receive any emails or phone calls, meaning that unfortunately you are not selected to be a part of our company. Yes, thank you very much. I'll see you again. Have a good day, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
Assalamualaikum.
All right, okay, can we go back to group 3? Miss Siti Nur Fatimah, have you found a parking spot? A good place
Okay,
for
okay, sir.
you?
Okay, I'm
Boleh
trying.
lah. Okay. All right, you got a good spot over there?
Alright, I'm
Okay,
trying.
clear? Huh?
Alright. Good
All
evening.
right. Oh, no, 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 no. Kejap. Bagi saya mukadimah dulu. Awak parking kereta dulu. All right, can we go back to group 3, Miss Siti Nur Fatimah, Mr. Tuan Man, and Miss Umi Kalsom? Right, so Miss Siti is already there, Miss Umi Kalsom. Mr. Tuan Man, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, good. If possible, all right, you might want to turn on your camera. But if let's say when you turn on your camera, you got issue with your internet, then it's okay lah. Tak apa lah. All right, okay. All right, so we're gonna begin. Okay, yes. Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you. So welcome to Miss Siti Nur Fatimah, Mr. Tuan Man, and also Miss Umi Kalsom. All right, to Grand Brilliance Sendirian Berhad. Right, so today we're going to be having an interview session with you for the position of Public Relation Manager. All right, so first thing first, can you tell us a bit about your background, beginning with Miss Siti Nur Fatimah?
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Wan Yusof. My name is Siti Nur Fatimah binti Ismail. My matric number is 267393. I'm from Pahang. I'm interested in this job interview because it suits my experience. I have a bachelor degree in public administration from UUM and diploma public administration from UITM also.
Okay, that's all.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Tuan Man, what about you?
Assalamualaikum and good evening, sir.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name, Tuan bin Tuan Mat. I am 35 years old. I come from to Sekolah Menengah Kekuasaan Tok Janggut, Pasir Putih, Kelantan. Now I continue bachelor in public management. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you. Next, Miss Umi.
Assalamualaikum, sir. My name is Anita Azmi. I am a bachelor in public management from the University of North Malaysia. I have just graduated with honours in management, and I know my ability to influence consumer perception regarding a brand of product relative to competitors. I am passionate, hardworking, and extremely responsible. I am also looking forward to putting to practice all the things I've learned during my time at university. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Right. So, in your opinion, why should we hire you? Beginning with Miss Siti Nur Fatimah. Miss Fatima, are you there?
Wait, sir.
Okay.
Well, I have all of the skill and experience that you're looking for, and I am confident that I will be a superstar in the project management role. It's not just my background leading successful project for top company, or my people skill, which have helped me develop great relation with developer, window, and senior management alike. But I am also passionate about this industry, and I'm driven to deliver high quality work. I'm glad you asked. You expand your that leadership quality. Are you bonus for this position? In my 10 years of experience as a sales manager, I have effectively managed team of over 50 people. And then I develop motivation skill that's in my region, the region of the year, 5 year in the row for consistently meeting and exceeding sales goal. All right.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Tuan Man, what about you? Why should we hire you in this company?
Okay. My experience, working experience, is I am police about 13 years old. I evolved in many activity group, the border between Malaysia and airport, like it. I also involved to help that to invoice help. I have invite in the many activity that the border between Malaysia and Thailand, KLIA airport. I also involve the help that but looking that's also.
Okay, thank you. What about you? Why should we hire you, Miss Umi Kalsum?
Thank you, sir. Besides being a great communicator, I'm a detail-oriented and proactive PR executive that focuses to work in a dynamic and challenging environment. I have also been involved in PR for more than 6 years now. The experience I have had has taught me on managing and supervising staff, generating income through selling, rating, and acquisition. I love PR because it allows me to forward the mission, products, forward the mission and service of company I believe in. It's a thrill to be able to use my words crafting skill to generate great publicity for worthy causes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Interesting. All right, back to you, Miss Fatima. Do you know that most of the time as a PR manager, you will have to work in a group of people, which involve a team of your own, we call that supervisees, all right? So we would like to know, are you a good team player and how well do you manage your team, Miss Fatima?
Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. No answer lah, sir. Aduh.
Oh, are you a good team player?
Jap.
Okay.
Mm,
Do you work well with teams, with other people, or do you work individually? Alright, Miss Fatimah, you might want to think about the answer. Alright, I'm gonna skip you first and then get back to you. What about you, Mr. Tuan Man? Are you a good team player? Do you work well with other people in a team?
mm.
Mr. Tuan Man, you muted. You have muted your mic.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. I think I good team player because I can give my very best team work and responsibility. That's all.
Okay. What about Miss Umi?
Yes, sir. I think I'm a good player for my team. Me, maybe as a leader, I'm able to communicate with them.
Okay.
Then I become a good listener when they have a problem and consider several point of view of method of working without the show of any aggression. I think that's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Miss Fatimah.
Jap. Wait. I have always prepare to work in group and find my collaborative. Nature is one of my strong. On project that I direct, I would will to inspire deserve team member and work side by side with them to achieve the project goal. In fact, I have increased productive by 10% over the course of 2 years. All right.
Okay. The next question will be a little bit deviating from your working scope. So, can you tell us a little bit about your hobby? What would you like to do during your free time? Maybe Mr. Tuan Man want to start first. Mr. Tuan Man, what is your hobby and what would you like to do during your free time?
Yes, sir. I would like to running and bicycling. Um, mm, to to mm, cycling and to renovation car. That's also.
Okay, interesting. Miss Fatimah, what about you? What's your hobby and what would you like to do during your free time?
Playing ikai and reading book.
Sorry, playing what?
Playing ikai.
Sorry?
Children.
Oh, playing with your children. Okay, all right, okay. All right, Miss Umi, what about you?
Okay, for me, sir, I prefer to go for karaoke with my friend when I got free, go travel around the world, around the country, and to the island. And when my free time, at home after I finish my work, I would like to do a content at my social media, at my own page at TikTok. That's all, sir.
Okay. So last question of all, what will be your salary expectation? Maybe Miss Umi want to say first?
For my salary expectation, I think I prefer the range annually about 70,000 to 80,000 per year, sir.
Okay. What about you, Mr. Tuan Man?
My salary is about RM 3,000 to 4,000. I am BF to get a challenge if get the job.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Fatima? What about you?
Follow management.
Can you give me an amount?
Amount 300.
300 ringgit?
No, 3,000.
2,000. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. So we'll be reaching you back through email and also phone calls. Thank you for joining this session and
Thank you.
have a very good day, everyone. Bye bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank
you, sir.
you. All right. Okay. Next group. All right. Please enjoy yourself during the interview. Okay. Do not make it like a very stressful kind of assessment. All right. This is when you try to imagine as if you are going to another interview for a higher post, let's say. All right. Okay, thank you. Next, we're going to have okay. Mr. Azrin Effendi, Miss Hazliza, and also Mr. Kamalul Khair. Okay, let me write down your name. Azrin Effendi. Yes, thank you. Miss Hazliza.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
My video problem.
You're okay. Your camera got problem. All right. Okay, don't worry. Okay. All right, and Mr. Kamalul Khair. All right. Okay, so Mr. Azrin Effendi, not Azmi. All right, okay, so we're going to begin the session. Assalamualaikum and a very good day. All right, so today we welcome Mr. Azrin Effendi, Ms. Hasliza, and also Mr. Kamalul Khair to this interview session for the post of Public Relation Officer, okay, in Puncak Niaga Sdn Bhd. Thank you for coming. All right, first of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, beginning with Mr. Azrin?
Hello, sir. Good evening. First
Good
of all,
evening.
thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Azra Effendi bin Azman. I am married. I have one son. I'm basically from Kuala Terengganu, but now I'm currently staying in Puchong. I am 26 years old. I have 3 siblings and I am number 2. I did my graduation in Bachelor in Public Management from University Utara Malaysia.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Azrin. Ms. Hazliza?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wan Yusof. My name is Hazliza binti Saad. My matric number is 267459. I'm from Petaling Jaya, Selangor. I'm married. I'm interested in this job interview because it suits my experience. I have a bachelor degrees in public administration from UUM and diploma public administration from UITM also. I'm interested in the position because I believe my skill could help me with the expansion your company is undergoing, and I want to be a part of the growth. I also interested in the position because I believe my skill could help with the expansion your company is undergoing, and I want to be a part of the group.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right, Mr. Kamalo.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Good evening. Salam.
Thank you for inviting me to this interview. I very appreciate that. My name is Kamal Khair Muhammad Noor. I am 39 years old and from Pekan Pahang. Already married and have 2 children. Now I live in Kajang, Selangor. For your information, I am a holder of Bachelor of Public Management from University Utara Malaysia. That's all.
Okay, thank you. All right. Can you tell us one thing, one interesting facts about yourself? Beginning with Mr. Azrin.
Sorry sir, I cannot listening.
Oh, okay, sorry. Can you tell us one interesting facts about yourself? One interesting information about you that you think, which is very interesting, and all of us need to know about that.
I see. Okay. I'm a hardworking person and disciplined person. And I have a short-term goal and long-term goal, which is job reputed company in which I can grow my working skill and get more knowledge to help me in future. And for the long term, become more responsibility and knowledge personality to achieve a good position.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Azriza?
Yes, sir. My strength is I always prefer to work in group and find that my collaborative nature is one of my strangest attributes. One project that I directed, I worked well to inspire these diverse team members and work side by side with them to achieve the project goal. In fact, it increased productivity by 10% over the cost.
Right, thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Okay, Mr. Kamalo, one interesting fact about you.
Interesting fact about me, I am always focused on doing any job and ready to help you improve the company progress to more outstanding level. Now, I work at Department of Public Order Kuala Lumpur. I have been involved in preparing the daily report of the COVID-19 case and various working papers related to public order in Kuala Lumpur. My best achievement was award the Director General certificate on appreciation 2 years in a row, and I have also handled large events such as Asia largest Defence and Homeland Security Service Center 2020 at Malaysia International Trade and Exhibition Center, MITEC in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right. Since our company is very small in number, so most of the time, you will be working individually, and you will not be having, you will not be having supervisors under you. So may I know, are you capable of working without supervision and also working alone in a very strict environment, in a very harsh and also strict environment? Mr. Azrin.
Come again, sir? Can you repeat?
Right, since we are very small in number, we don't have many staff. Okay, so most of the time we don't have a large team to accompany you, to work with you. So I would like to know, are you capable of working independently, working alone, all right, in a very strict and also what you call that, in a very fast and ongoing environment? Are you capable of working alone and working independently?
For me, I can work about a group. I actually work better under pressure, and I have found that I enjoy working in chilling environment, and I also can do overtime without pay. At least I can get this job.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Miss Hazriza?
For me, a little bit of stress can be actually motivator for me. I use the pressure to stay focused on my task and produce work more efficiently. When I'm under a tight deadline, I use my time management skill to stay on top of my task and get the most important ones done first. That's
Okay,
all.
thank you. All right, Mr. Kamalo.
For me, I can work alone because I have skill in use computer and communication. I am also individual, honest responsibility and dedicate to whatever field I venture into. I have learned a lot experience before to work more effectively and efficiently, so that it can help me build the harmonious working relationship with various people with different background, regardless of age, gender, and race. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Going back to you, Mr. Kamalo, what actually motivates you to become better?
Become better.
Yes.
Motivate me.
In any ways, yeah.
What can I say? Motivate me is focus on pursue the dream, not remembering past failure. To succeed, we need sacrifice. Succeed and happiness will not come will not come if we do not work hard. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Miss Aliza? Miss Liza, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
I have a passion for learning new things. I know that this company dedicated to staying on top of the latest technologies advance. In the short term, it love the opportunity to learn what the people here know. That's why in the future I can offer myself as a subject matters expert on one of more topics to help guide less experienced than members.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Azrin, what about you?
For me, wait here. The question because my earphone low battery, sir.
Okay, sorry. What motivates you to become better?
Sorry again. Low battery. Wait.
Okay, hello? Okay.
I disconnect the Bluetooth first.
Okay.
Sorry again, sir.
Okay, what motivates you to become better, Mr. Azrin?
For me, my ultimate goal is retail to a management role. I know I will make effective if I given opportunity. I have a passion for working to other common goal and will love change to build a success sales team. Like that.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, last question. We do know that nowadays the recent announcement by our Prime Minister is that the minimum rate of salary will be 1,500, right? If let's say our company can only pay you 1,500 with allowance, will you still consider this job, Mr. Azrin?
Okay, for me about the salary 1,500, this is a basic. So I just following the company ads. How much you can offer us? Maybe I see the ads 4 to 5,000, so I pick a highest salary if you can give. So you can negotiation for me.
Okay, thank you. Miss Hafliza?
Right now, finding the right position for me is more important than salary. It's love to learn more about the job, the company, and the entire benefit package before we talk about numbers.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Kamala?
Okay, sir. I will prioritize my work over other thing. I will show a good example and work ethic to other friend. I think the minimum salary I deserve is 4,000 to 5,000 because my qualification, skill, and experience, and still can negotiable. Depend on you, sir.
Okay, very demanding. Thank you. All right, okay, I guess that's all for today. All right, so our HR manager will reach you within 1 month period, and if you didn't get any, if you are not reachable within that period, meaning that you have already declined our offer to become the staff of the company. Thank you very much. All right, have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. Can we have the next group? Miss Lee Ming Lee, Mr. Nizam, and Mr. Yus Rizal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So speaking, Mr. Yus Rizal, Miss Lee Ming Lee. Miss Lee, are you there? Mr. Yus Rizal, Mr. Nizam, and Miss Lee Ming Lee. Miss Lee, are you there? All right, okay. Miss Lee, can you use your mic? Can you speak through your mic? It's okay if you cannot have some problem. Oh my god. Because this is an interview session, so I might be expecting you to speak actually in this particular assessment.
Okay, sir, can you hear me?
Okay, good, clear. All right, so Miss Lee, Miss Yusrizal, and Mr. Yusrizal. Mr. Nizam? Okay, Nizam is here. Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, Nizam Muhammad Nizam or what, sir?
Muhammad Nizam bin Ayah. All right,
Yes,
that's you.
I, sir.
Okay, all right, okay. Let me write down your name first, okay? So Miss Lee will be the first speaker. All right, and then Mr. Nizam. And then the third one will be Mr. Yusrizal, okay? All right.
Okay.
Right,
Good
okay, very
afternoon,
good.
sir.
Oh, sorry, wait. Let me open the session first.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Very good evening, and to all of you. Welcome to the interview session for the post of Public Relation Manager in Media Prima. Okay, all right. So today we're gonna have Miss Lee Ming Lee, Mr. Nizam, and Mr. Yusrizal as our candidate. All right. First thing first, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Thank you giving me this opportunity to come to interview for this job. My name is Lee Ming Lee, and I am 26 years old. I come from Pahang. Now I stay at Selangor. My education background is after SBM for a long time.
Now I just continue my study degree in UUM and now still in progress. In my family, I have 4 siblings, including me, and I am the third one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Nizam?
Hello, sir.
Hello, yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
First of all, my name is Muhammad Nizam bin Ahia. I'm 37 years old. Now I stay in Seremban Negeri Sembilan. I have over to obtain my diploma in mechanical engineering from Polytechnic Sultan Azlan Shah on 2015. You listen, sir?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. And further studies in Bachelor of Business Admin for University Utara Malaysia and graduate in 2021. This all, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Yusriza?
Okay, sir. My name is Muhammad Yusriza bin Muhammad. I come from Kelantan. Okay, I have married and have two daughter. Okay, I work from my I work at EPF at 10 years experience. So my specialty for the job is I work in counter and I very good for service for the uh, customer. Okay, sir. That's all.
Okay, thank you. All right. Back to you, Miss Lee. Can you tell us what will be your strength in terms of in terms of working?
I can do hard work for your company, and I can put my effort for every single work that you give. And also I can finish the work that given on time.
Okay.
Another thing is I will try to fulfill all the needs of the company from me.
Okay. What about Mr. Nizam?
Yes, sir. I'm a working person. Fast learning and able to work under pressure. I also able to work at the independently with less supervision. I'm good in communication skill, which important as a PR officer, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Mr. Yuziza, what about you?
Yes, sir. My strength is I have good relation for the customer, and I so hardworking for my future version for the job, and I have many experience for take the job for the offers. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. All right. Okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go back to Mr. Yusriza. All right. Because we were talking about our strength. So right now, can you please tell us more about your weaknesses?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat again the question?
Okay. We were talking about your strength. So right now, we would like to know your weaknesses. Beginning with you, Mr. Yusriza. Weaknesses. Sorry.
Okay, sir. My weaknesses is I can work alone. I must work for grow because the support my growth is very important for me, and we can change many um, uh, for the example can solve the problem and any problem. Okay, sir. That's all.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Mr. Nizam? What will be your weaknesses?
Okay, my weakness is in term of time management. However, I will try to overcome it by prioritize my work and that to be done first and I able to work overtime, sir.
Right, good. What about you, Miss Lee?
My weakness is I get nervous when I talk to stranger, and then sometimes I can't say no when someone asks for my help.
Okay. All right. Next question. What will be your salary expectation, Miss Lee?
For salary is not my first priority. For me, your company is a big platform to start my career, and I also want to improve my skill, my experience, and my knowledge. So I expect a considerable of the salary according to my ability, and your company also is a norm which will fulfill my economical needs.
Okay, good. What about you, Mr. Nizam? What is your salary expectation?
If I get this job, I expect salary of about 8,000 to 9,000 based of projection of 20% from my previous salary. That's all lah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
All right.
sir.
What about you, Mr. Yusriza?
Okay, sir. I work for the best GSC now. So my expectation for new salary for my job is very high for my company now. Okay. I very love my company now, but I have a vision to go my next level. So my expectation for my salary is very high at 10K, and I want know my benefit for uh, what benefit in I will hire, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I guess that's the end of our session. So our HR manager will reach you if you got selected. So please don't put aside your phone and also your email. Okay, thank you very much. Very, very good day, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
How many day or week I'm waiting
How,
for job
oh,
for this
okay.
job?
You will have to wait for about 4 weeks, which is equivalent to 1 month.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. All right, next group. All right, we have another 3 groups left. All right, Mr. Shafi'i, Mr. Shamsul, and Miss Noor Shaftika Zafisha. Okay. Mr. Shafi'i Muhammad. All right, I got question in the chat box. Sorry. Okay, all right. Since we are already exceeding almost ending the class, so the reading test, I'm going to give it to you for you to do at home. So the window for the reading test will be, can I have it by 24 hours? Let's say you have to do them between, afterwards, let's say 6:30 today, submit by 7 p.m. tomorrow. Is that okay? All right. So, but then the reading test is only 1 hour. All right. Meaning that if let's say you started doing it by tonight, let's say you start at 8. All right. So once you have started, you have to finish by 9 because it's only 1 hour. Right. But then you have the window or the period to, let's say, get yourself pumped up or prepare or anything in between today 7 p.m. until tomorrow 7 p.m. So you got 24 hours window for you to do the reading test. Right? You can do it tonight, you can do it early in the morning, you can do it during subuh, you can do it tomorrow morning, it's up to you. As long as you do not exceed 7 p.m. Sunday. Okay? But then if you have started, if you begin to click begin test, you only have 1 hour to finish everything. Okay? Right? Understood? Understandable? Good?
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Meaning Mr. Saji, 12 a.m. You want to do it by today's midnight? Sorry, Mr. Saji. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, no. 7 p.m. will be okay. 24 hours. Okay, 24 hours. Tomorrow, 12 a.m. Okay lah. Tomorrow, 12 a.m. Tomorrow midnight. Boleh? Okay. So, due is on this, right, is at 12 midnight, 12 a.m. or tomorrow. Okay. Alright, so Sunday midnight, you will have to already complete your reading test. Okay. Alright, thank you. Okay, where were we? Group 7, right? Mr. Shafi'i, Mr. Shamsul, and Miss Shatika Zafisha. Okay. Alright. Assalamualaikum and welcome to our interview session. Today we'll be having Mr. Muhammad Shafi'i, Mr. Shamsul, and also Miss Nur Shatika Zafisha. Alright, thank you for coming to this interview session for the post of PR manager in what company, in what's the name of D-Herbs, alright, in D-Herbs in Yang Berhad. Okay, so alright, we may begin the session first with the first question. Okay, so can you tell us a little bit of yourself, beginning with Mr. Shafi'i?
Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening.
First of all, thank you for you giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Shafi'i bin Muhammad Azmi. I'm from Taiping, Perak, and live now at Kajang. I'm married. I have 2 children. I did my bachelor degree in business in public management from University Uttar Malaysia. Now I work at KWSP in enforcement department. I have average 15 years experience. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. What about Mr. Shamsul?
Assalamualaikum and good evening, sir.
Salam.
First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to apply for this position. First, I introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Shamsul bin Abdul Rahman. I am 37 years old. I'm married and I have 3 children. Now I stay in Klang, Selangor. I am a graduate from the University of Utara Malaysia in business. I have more than 4 years experience in business. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Miss Shatika.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Salam.
My name is Nur Shatika Zafisha binti Muhammad Zafari. I'm 29 years old. I am married and have 3 children. I come from Kampung Gajah, Perak. Now I live in Klang, Selangor. I have graduated my bachelor degree in public management from University Utara Malaysia in 2019. I am currently working at Maju Jaya Kedai Berhad as an administrative assistant. The scope of my duties is email documents, answering phone calls, follow up and appointments, and deliveries with vendors.
Yes,
I
sir.
have working for 5 years experience in my previous company and has taught me a great deal about dealing with customer and problem. I have developed strong problem solving skills, improve my ability to manage conflict and deal with demanding individuals. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Can you tell us what is your hobby and what do you like to do during your leisure time, Mr. Shafi'i?
Yes, sir. My hobby is riding a bike, go to the convoy around Malaysia, and that's all.
Okay, thank you. What about Mr. Shamso?
Okay. I love playing badminton, and actually I am have a club, badminton club, which I play for my my job my office now. Thank you, sir.
All right. What about you, Miss Shatika?
Okay, my favorite hobby is traveling because I love discovering new cities and places around the world. I've often saved up for months to plan a trip every year. I love friend trip and family outing because it will bring me adventure and thrill to venture into new place all by myself. I also love to play badminton in my leisure time. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Back to you, Miss Shatika. Can you tell us a little bit about your strength? Miss Shatika?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about your strength? What is your strength?
Okay, I believe my strongest strength is my attention to detail. This trait has helped me tremendously in this field of work. I also always been a great team player. I'm good at keeping a team together and producing quality work in a team environment.
Okay. Mr. Shamso, what about you?
My biggest strength is that I'm very efficient at working under pressure. No matter the pieces of stress, I can make the right decision on the spot. As a previous position as manager, I have a lot of experience to solve any problem and makes the decision in the correct time and the correct situation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Shafi'i, what about you?
Okay, about me, I have an intensive experience and I'm able to work unsupervised, and I have short and long-term planning to achieve what the company wants. I can handle my team to achieve the company goal. I have planned to get more success for your company, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. So recently, our Prime Minister announced that the minimum salary cap will be 1,500. Okay. So do you agree with that amount, or do you think that the government should raise that amount a little bit? Mr. Shafi'i.
For me, to get a job right now at the moment is too difficult. I will receive the salary from now, let's say.
Okay, so you agree with 1,500 as a minimum
Yeah,
salary gap?
for
All right,
starting.
thank you.
Okay, right.
Okay. All right, what about Ms. Shatika?
Okay, for me, I think we should follow the construction from the instruction from the government, but for 1,800 just for the minimum salary lah. For me, I have been working for 5 years and I have been earning 3,000 ringgit for my present job. So I do not prefer the lower salary from before.
Okay. All right. So can I know what is your salary expectation, Miss Shatika?
Mic tutup.
Sorry?
Okay, from my knowledge and working experience, so I prefer more salary from this company, so that more I have I really need more information about the job before we start discuss about the salary. So based on my previous experience and knowledge and this type of position, I hope the company will pay a reasonable salary to me.
All right. What about you, Mr. Shamsul? What is your expected salary?
Okay, I'm expect salary in 3,000 around 3,000 until 4,000 because the cost of living is now so high and more difficult because we have many. I have 3 children want to go to school and that's all.
Okay. All right. Last, Mr. Shafi'i, your salary expectation?
Okay, my salary expectation is around 5,000 because cost of living right now is too much, too high. So my expenses too lah.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. All right. You will be reached by our HR manager to inform you whether you got the job or not. Okay. All right. So that will be within a month of period. Thank you very much. I'll see you again. Have a very good day, everyone. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Last two. Okay. Come on. Miss Noizati, Mr. Rizwan, and Mr. Sharul Nizam. Final two. All right, for those who have already done their session, okay, you are allowed to leave this WebEx session, all right, since you are going to pray and everything. All right, but please don't forget to do your reading test, which is already open until 11:55 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, but once you have clicked begin the test, you have 1 hour to finish up everything. All right, so if let's say you want to leave the session, you may do so, but please do it quietly so that you don't disturb your friends while they are doing their interview assessment. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so we're gonna have Miss Izati. Okay, Mr. Rizwan, Miss Pula, Mr. Sharul Nizam. Okay, most welcome. All right, so we have. Okay, Miss Izati is here. Mr. Sharul Nizam is here. Mr. Rizwan, are you there, Mr. Rizwan? Do you have Mr. Rizwan with us? Anyone? Oh, sudah. Alamak, Mr. Rizwan, are you there? All right, Mr. Rizwan, calling for Mr. Rizwan once. Mr. Rizwan 2. Mr. Rizwan 3. Soul. Okay, never mind. We're going to continue with Miss Izati.
Hi,
Yes.
sir. I'm Shamila. I'd
Hi.
like to join.
You would
Can
like to join? It's okay for you to join? If you want to join, you may join. Don't worry. Okay, let me just cross out Mr. Rizwan's name first.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Miss Shamila will be joining as well. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have Miss Izati, Mr. Sharul Nizam, and Miss Shamila. Okay. All right. So if possible, you can turn your camera. If not, then it's okay as long as we can hear you clearly. Okay, all right. Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Welcome, Miss Izati, Mr. Sharul Nizam, and also Miss Shamila to this interview session. Also, the three of you are invited to the interview session for the post of PR Manager in Grand Brilliance Sdn Bhd. All right. So before we move on, all right. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and also yourself, beginning with Miss Izati?
Thank you, sir. Assalamualaikum and very good morning, sir. Firstly, I want to say
Salam.
thank you for inviting me for this interview for position of for PR manager. I am Norizati binti Amnuddin. I'm 32 years old. I live in Ampang, Selangor, and I have my own transport. I am married with 3 children. My highest qualification in diploma in public management by University Technology Malaysia. Currently, I am pursuing my study in degree in public management under University Utara Malaysia. I'm a friendly, I have a good communication skill, hardworking, I can deal with the customer, and I want to be a part of this company to be the best. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sharuniza.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening, sir. My name is Shahrul Nizam bin Ahmad Al-Mizi. I'm 30 years old. Originally from KL, Kuala Lumpur. I'm married and have 3 children. I have passed my graduation in mechanical engineering in UITM. I'm staying in Puchong. Now I'm working at the KWSP. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Miss Shamila.
Hi, good evening, sir. Nice meeting you. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, first of all, I would like to introduce about myself. My name is Shamila Hussein. I'm originally from Kedah and now live in Kuala Lumpur. I'm single mother with 3 children. I graduated with a Bachelor of Public Management with honors from University Utara Malaysia, Sintok.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Okay, back to you, Miss Izati. How do you think your current background, right? How does it suits the working specification that we are having in our company?
Thank you, sir. For position for PR manager, I think I can suit your position as a PR manager because I'm a hardworking person and a fast learner. Somehow I can speak and deal with the customer. As a PR manager, I think my background deal with the customer is our priority or my priority because that one is also objective or company objective to meet your objective or target or goals. So I think my strength or deal with customer or achieve my target is a part of company target to meet their goals. Thank you.
All right, thank you. What about you, Mr. Sharul? How do you suit the spec of this company?
Okay, for my background is engineering, but I'm a passionable and I'm a fast learner person, and I'm a hardworking person. I can cope for this position, and I hope I will get this position because I'm gained to have more knowledge and more experience on your company, sir.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Miss Shamila? You haven't turned on your mic. I think you're muted.
Okay. I would like to introduce about my career. I have served for in government sector 18 years. And my previously experience was in Ministry International Trade Industry and Ministry of Agriculture Ministry and PDRM. My position previously is administrator and secretary. I am actively okay. That's all.
Okay. All right. Can you tell us what is your weaknesses? Back to you, Miss Shamila.
Yeah.
What are your weaknesses? Weakness or weaknesses? Up to you, Miss Shamila.
Weakness. Yes. My greatest weakness is that I sometimes have a hard time letting go of a project. I'm also the biggest critic of my own work. I can always find something that is to be improved. To help myself improve in this area, I give myself a deadline for revisions.
Okay, good. All right, Mr. Shahrul.
My weaknesses is I'm a very passionate person and I like to complete my job according to the task given before the due date proceed lah. And then I would like to do the job even though I have to work overtime without paying. And based on my experience, I will do the job perfectly and submit to the higher management according to their needed.
Okay, good. Okay, Miss Zati.
Thank you, sir. My greatest weakness is that I sometimes focus too much on the details of the proposal and spend too much time. On the other words, I also have a trouble on saying no because helping colleagues on projects properly manage your workload as a artful balance. From employer's perspective, someone who accepts all requests seems dedicated and eager, but we can also someone who doesn't know their limits and ends needing helps or deadline extension to finish their work, sir. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Back to you, Miss Izati. What will be the minimum salary cap that we can offer you?
For minimum salary, I have 5 years experience in this field, sir. My expected salary is 5,000 per month and negotiable in reflects of my skills as my experience and my experiences. But I'm flexible and open to hearing about the compensation expectation for this position, sir. Thank you.
All right. What about you, Mr. Nizam?
Based on my experience, I'm dealing with many of people, almost 10 years. I can deal with around 4,000 to 5,000 per month. And then it will be negotiable for me. But I cannot take less than 4,000.
Okay, good. Miss Shamila, what about you?
My salary expectations are in line with my experience and qualifications. Or if this is the right job for me, I'm sure we can come to an agreement on salary. This will show that you are willing to. Okay, sir, my salary expectation are in line with my experience and qualifications. Sir, thank you.
Okay, all right. Any question from all of you? Anyone?
Okay, sir, I would like to ask how many position that the company have for this position?
Mama cakap dia dengar tak tadi? Yang ni, kenapa pergi
Alright,
copy ni, dia show ni, Mama baca.
Alright, unfortunately, we are only offering 2 positions from 120 candidates that we have interviewed since yesterday. All right, and
Okay.
I do really hope that we can get the best out of all the candidates. And if let's say you are selected, you will be asked to join a group interview, which will be done in a survival style in Pulau Langkawi, inshallah.
Oh, I see. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Any more questions?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. So if
Okay,
you are
thank you,
got
sir.
selected, our HR manager will reach you within 2 weeks' time. Thank you very much.
Love to hear from you soon, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All
Yes,
right. Okay.
sir.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. Last but not least, we're gonna have Miss Tusinawati, Mr. Daeng, and also Miss Lina Avina. Oh, smart betul, Mr. Daeng.
Wow, Daeng.
I hope I can impress you, sir.
Oh my God.
Come on. This is a nice, very important position I want
It's
to
a
take.
point, sir. Point for Daeng, sir. I'm sure.
Well, please.
Okay, Miss Lina, you there? Okay, Miss Lina Avina is there. All right. Okay. All right. Kat mana dah tadi? Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Alright, so we would like to welcome Miss Tusinawati, Mr. Daeng and Miss Lina Amina to this interview session for the post of PR Manager in Mega Holding. Alright,
Wow.
okay, first thing first, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, beginning with Miss Tusinawati?
Assalamualaikum. I'm Tusinawati binti Abu Bakar. I'm 37 years old. I'm currently working at Jabatan Immigration Malaysia as immigration officer. My highest qualification is Diploma in Civil Engineering. I have been working here since 2013. I'm looking forward to growing my skill with my experience. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Daeng?
Assalamualaikum and very good evening, Mr. Wan Yusof. Well, first of all, thank you very much, sir, for giving me the opportunities to be interviewed for this position today. My name is Daeng Hafiz bin Hamzah. I'm from Kajang, Selangor. For the information, for your information, sir, I hold a bachelor's degree in public administration with honors. I have 3 years of experience working in several companies before, and this experience has helped me a lot to improve my skill in company administration. I would describe myself as somebody who very positive. I'm conscientious in my work. I am very hardworking person. I'm resilient, so I can deal with difficult scenarios as when required. Before I apply for this positions, I spent some time reading the job description to make sure that I have necessary skills and qualities to carry out my duty to the standards that you would expect, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Alright, what about you, Miss Lina?
Assalamualaikum and good evening, sir.
Salam.
My name is Lina Elvina binti Ahmad. I was born in, I have 8 siblings and I'm the youngest child. I have 2 kids. I was 38 years old this year. Now I'm studying and work at Kuala Selangor as a government servant, sir. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, can you tell me how do you handle stress and pressure at your current workplace? Maybe starting with Ms. Tusina.
Okay. I can working under pressure, no matter how crisis or stress. I can make the right decision on the spot. I'm good at picking up new skill and working of variety of job. So handle the stress is not a problem for me.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Daeng?
Okay, thank you, sir, for the question. For me, the stress very common in the office. Okay, I have experience with this situation, but I handled the situation very nice. I hope I can handle the situation. The stress, yes, as we know, the stress come in a different direction, but I will counter the situation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Miss Lina?
Okay, how under my stress and my pressure, first I'm using my stress as a motivator, and then accepting what that I can control. And the last thing is I learning how to manage time and personal life better. Then I will do what's to delight myself like singing, sir. Yeah, that's all, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, back to you, Miss Lina. Can you tell us one weakness and also one strength that you have? Miss Lina? One weakness and also one strength. Miss Lina, were you talking? You're muting. Right, can we skip you first? Can we go to Mr. Sinawati? Can you tell us one weakness and also one strength about yourself? Hi, Mike. Okay.
My biggest weakness is I've been my communication skill. I'm a bit pretty shy, but I'm be working up in this issue. But and my strength is I'm willing to do the best for my job.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Mr. Daing?
Okay, thank you, sir. As a human, all human have their weakness and already have the strength. But I want to say, my weaknesses. I sometimes have difficulty asking for help when needed. I like to get my work done quickly and efficiently, but it is something I'm actively working on it, sir. Okay, my strength. I'm very fast learner and someone who needs little supervision or monitoring. You can rely on me, sir, to get up to speed quickly in the role. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Miss Lina. What about you?
Okay, sir. My weakness is I'm incredibly introvert. I'm a bit shy and don't show up. I'm not familiar with the latest version of software. And my greatest strength is I believe that my greatest strength is the ability to solve problems quickly and efficiently. Also, I always prefer to work in groups and find that my collaborative nature is one of my strongest attributes. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right. Can you tell us what actually motivates you to become better? Maybe we can start with Mr. Daing. What motivates you to become a better person?
Okay. Yes, of course, sir. Can I pick? I'm a good as a team player. I believe that I have a lot of contribute to a team environment, and I'm comfortable in both leadership and contributor roles. I'm outgoing, friendly, and have a strong communication skill. And I'm also very confident if I'm being chosen for leading my team in future. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. What about you, Mr. Sinawati?
Okay, what motivate me is I'm working hard to push myself, and no one can set the biggest goal but myself.
Okay, Miss Lina. What about you?
Okay, I have patience for learning things. So I can offer myself as a subject matter expert. Then I can leverage the relationships to build partnership with experts, and maybe one day I can build my own empire.
Okay, all right. The most important question of all, what will be your salary expectation? Um, Ms. Tusinawati?
Okay, my salary requirement are flexible, but I don't have any significant experience in the field. But I look forward to discuss more detail with my responsibility at this company. Thank you.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Daeng?
Okay, sir. I'm open to discussion regarding my salary expectations, sir. However, given my salary in my previous position as well as my industry knowledge and experience, I feel that I feel that a salary between the range of 2,500 and 3,000 is fair. Given my experience, expertise, and skills, I would expect to receive a salary in that range, and I'm willing to negotiate depend on others form of compensation that's are available, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. What about you, Miss Lina?
Okay, my salary expectation for this position are between about 2,800 to 3,500. I feel this is a fair salary range given my experience, knowledge of the industry and skills. However, I willing to negotiate depending on other forms of compensations this is available, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So, if you got chosen, our HR manager, Mr. Kamalukal, will reach you within 2 weeks' time. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck and thank you very much for joining the session. Assalamualaikum and a very good day, everyone.
And thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
Okay, most
sir, for the
welcome.
great conversation.
Thank you, bosku.
Aduh. All right, okay, thank you very much. I think we have already finished with our session. Okay, so don't forget to do your reading task. All right, and go back and also practice on listening practice on your online learning platform. Doesn't have any due date, so you can do it anytime, but it is only 1 hour. Once you have started, it's only 1 hour. So in our next meeting on the 16th of April, I'll be expecting the project report. I'm going to share to you the sample and also the format in our WhatsApp group and also in our online learning. And you will also have to present. So when it comes to presentation, of course, you're going to have your slides as well to be presented besides you. Okay, so thank you very much. Does anyone have any idea where the... Hold on, mana list tadi? Where was my list name? It was here. Okay, where? Okay, I know Mr. Fauzi is involved in something. Mr. Saiful Hisham and also Mr. Rizwan. Does anyone have an idea where have they been to?
No idea, sir.
No idea. All right, maybe you can ask in our WhatsApp group. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum and have a very good day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
I get the
Thank
position
you,
manager
sir.
megang
Thank you,
holding, sir.
CEO.
Yes, sir.
Tahniah, tahniah.
Bye.